The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by the Ohio Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Dublin Valley Farms, Stable.ca, and Midland Acres. Now let's go trackside for all the action.
And good afternoon, everybody. After a little bit of delay for track maintenance, we are live on Facebook and YouTube with the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association's coverage of this afternoon's harness racing live from the Coshocton County Fair. Welcome. I'm Michael Langer along with Frank Frost. We will be bringing you 12 races this afternoon, and it's Ladies' Day here in Coshocton. And a nice crowd in the grandstand. As mentioned, the track was in need of some scraping, some rolling, another set of scraping, another set of rolling, and we are now getting ready for the horses to be coming out for our first race this afternoon. We have 12 races on the card today. As mentioned, it is Ladies' Day. We've got 3-year-old filly trot, 2 divisions. 2-year-old filly trot, 2 divisions also. 2-year-old filly pace, there are 2 divisions. And the 3-year-old filly pace, there are 3 divisions in the 5th, 9th, and 11th races. We also have 2 divisions of the Coshocton County Trotting Derby. And that'll be in races 6 and in 12. Get some nice purses to go along with these divisions. The day is good for racing. Other than the track being a little bit soft, it is comfortably cool, light breeze, temperature in the low to mid 70s. Nice crowd in the grandstand. I wonder how there's kids in the grandstand. Isn't school in session? Oh, that's right. Right, makes total sense. We have Roger Houston behind us announcing this afternoon's races, which is always a treat. It is indeed. Roger put a posting up on Facebook just a little while ago regarding the race that we're having towards the end of the fair season as it relates to driver wins. The record of 118 is perhaps in jeopardy. Mark St. Louis needs 6 to tie. Yep, picked up a couple. Got 4 or 5 today. Correct. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah. Speaking of, there he goes. I tell you, Frank, from where that track was 90 minutes ago to what it is now, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not surprised. Right. Yeah, that was all over the track. Yep.
That's, probably about a 5-6 inch mound high, but it's also a good 4 or 5 inches across as well.
Right, right. No, they moved a lot of stuff. Rosie's out there getting it feel for the surface as we speak.
Track today, pretty much you're going to be able to see a couple of blind spots right there, a little bit right by the
3/8. Five eighths. We're 6 across here, I believe. Yes. Let's see. 7. Yep. Perfect. I think we've got 6 out of 7 are out on the track. We're going to be getting ready here in a couple of minutes. Besides having Roger here to move things along, and he's always earlier, right? Yeah. Where are the horses? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, wow. Mm. Yeah, I'll bet.
Old Filly Trot, First Division, for a purse of $5,780. And these are the horses for the first. Number 1, Hopeful Dreams, the driver, David Young II. Number 2 is Island Business with Charlie Myrick. Number 3, Endless Time, the driver, Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 4, Itty Bitty Blue with Rosie Weaver. Number 5, Taddy Hill, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 6, Phyllis L. with Hank Levan. And number 7, Home Run Queen, Darren Harvey in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. Mutual windows closing, less than 3 minutes.
Nice group of horses. Starting at the rail, number 1 is Hopeful Dreams, David Young II in the bike for David H. Miller of Salesville, Ohio. This long Tom filly is out of the San Vic mare, Stand Up Babe. 17 starts this year, 2 wins, 10 altogether in the money. Earnings of about $25,000 and a mark of 205 at Athens. Was in most recently at Dover with a 5th place finish. Before that, a second, a third, and a second. Gets a good slide here down at the rail, and I'd expect David to try to be pretty close. Number 2 is Island Business, Charlie Merrick in the bike. He trains also the Second Chance stable from Ravenna. An Enterprise filly out of the Semper Fi Hall mare Paris Island, 23 starts, still looking for her first win. She's got 4 second-place finishes, 3 third-place finishes, about $14,000 in earnings. She's had some pretty serious brake problems. Only 1 line out of 6 on the program, and that was back at Wilmington on August 18th, where she stayed flat. So challenging here, but Charlie's giving it another effort from the inside. Number 3 is Endless Time. Mark St. Louis Jr. is driving for Herman Hagerman. This is an Uncle Peter filly out of the Tom Ridge mare Customary. Ron Lamar Burks out of Cypress, Texas is the owner. 21 starts this year and 15 out of 21 first, second, or third place finishes. $35,000 in earnings and a mark of 201 at Bucyrus. Had a third last time out after being parked all 3 quarters from the second tier, which is pretty impressive. Before that, a second place finish, another third place finish on the second tier. Number 4, Itty Bitty Blue, Rosie Weaver, owns, trains, and drives, 17 starts, 15 out of 17 in the money, 203 at Piketon. Number 5, Teddy Hill, Itty Bitty Blue, then Teddy Hill. Rosie's got 2 here, I missed that. 16 out of 22 in the money for this What the Hill filly out of Donato, Hanover. Hank Levan has Phyllis, trains, drives, Levan Group, owns, 24 starts, 15 out of 24 in the money, mark of 58 and 43,000. And number 7, Home Run Queen, Darren Harvey, is driving for Wes Hirschberger. Let's take it upstairs to Roger Houston for the call of the first.
Swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Endless Time going right out for the lead. Island Business is there second. Taddy Hill up on the outside third. Goes off stride in the turn is Island Business as they race to the backside. Hopeful Dreams now third on the inside. Racing fourth, Phyllis L. Fifth down the backside is Home Run Queen. Racing next, that is Itty Bitty Blue as they race down the backside, go on to the first quarter mark. Field of Trotters by the opening quarter in 32 seconds. Into the turn they go. Endless Time shows the way. Taddy Hill right there second. Hopeful Dreams trots third. Tipping to the outside. Here comes Hank Levan. Phyllis L. now fourth and moving. Following the cover on the outside, Darren Harvey and Home Run Queen now fifth. Moving up. Racing six, Itty Bitty Blue, and trailing the field, Island Business as they race over to the halfway point. They're halfway home in 102 and 1/5. Into the turn they go. Endless Time showing the way by a length and a quarter. Right there second is Taddy Hill racing to the backside. Racing next comes Phyllis L. Moving up on the outside with each and every stride is Home Run Queen. Now third, now second, closing in on the leader. Down the backside they go. Endless Time has the lead. Home Run Queen on the outside second at the 3/4 mark. 3 quarters in 1:33 and 2. Into the final turn. On top, it's Endless Time. On the outside, Home Run Queen looking for daylight. Taddy Hill on the inside. Racing fourth, it's Phyllis L. 1/8 of a mile to go. On top, it's Endless Time and Mark St. Louis with the lead. Taddy Hill is there second. On the outside, Home Run Queen. Drawn away with each and every stride. It's all Endless Time. Taddy Hill second, racing third, Home Run Queen. Phyllis L. was fourth.
I admit that the times were a little bit too fuzzy for me to catch as we were going through there, but I don't think there was any doubt. Once Mark St. Louis got to the front end here in this group, he was in control and ended up with what appeared to be a fairly simple wire-to-wire win as the 4-1 third favorite on the board here in our afternoon's first race. This is Endless Time, the 3-year-old Uncle Peter filly. Race got off to a pretty cool start. Mark went straight out, took position on the rail. Drew Neal came in from the 5th slot on the outside and sat in a 2-hole pretty much all the way around the racetrack. There were a couple of different challenges. The first one came from Hank Levan with Phyllis, and that one lasted about a quarter or so. And then the next one came from Darren Harvey, Home Run Queen. Aaron was the 4-5 favorite in that one, but just not enough, and a good rating job by Mark St. Louis Jr. to capture the victory in this afternoon's first race. And again, we're on the Mark St. Louis countdown. So he needed 6 to tie. He now needs 5 to tie after this win for Herman Hagerman and Ronald Lamar Burks of Cypress, Texas. Congratulations to the connections.
And for those of you that were worried about my microphone issues, that's human error. I forgot to turn it on. hey, I'll admit it. It was me. I looked over and the light wasn't on. I said, oh.
Well, I looked over and I didn't hear you.
Let's go back up to Roger.
3 Endless Time. Ronald Lamar Burks of Cypress, Texas, the owner. Herman Hagerman, the winning trainer. Mark St. Louis Jr. in the sulky, the leading driver at the county fairs here in this Buckeye State. That is win number 113 this year at the Ohio Fairs. The record, Ron Gillespie, a couple years back, 118. Mark St. Louis Jr.'s magic number to tie is 5. Results are official. Number 1, Hopeful Dreams, 5. The 2, Island Business, 7. The 3, Endless Time, the winner. The 4, Itty Bitty Blue, 6. The 5, Taddy Hill, 2. The 6, Phyllis L, 4. The 7, Home Run Queen, 3. Top down, 5-7-1, 6-2-4, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 32. The half, 102-1. 3 quarters, 133-2. The mile, 2:02.
Hey, when we come back after a short race, race 2 is the 2-year-old filly trot, the first division. And just to give you an idea about the level of competitiveness expected in that race, from the top down, the horses are this many times in the money out of this many starts. 9 out of 11, 10 out of 16, 9 out of 18, 8 out of 12, 12 out of 12. This one ought to be a smoker. That's Jailhouse Pearl, that Eric Nesselrod filly.
Yep, and here's one other thing. They're all going to get in the money today, too, because there's only 5 in the race now.
Yeah, so congratulations on your checks. Hey, you're watching Harness Racing Live from Coshocton, Ohio, brought to you by the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association and our sponsors. Speaking of, they have some messages for you. We'll be right back.
The first Coshocton County Fair was held in October of 1851. Located in the east central part of the state, farmers had to adapt their techniques to the hills and valleys of the area. A local agricultural society was formed to revive and permanently establish agriculture as a primary industry. The early fairs were held in the town square, while livestock hitched in a nearby field and horses raced on Louisville Street. Harness racing continued to be a highlighted event for many years. As the fair grew in popularity, a permanent racetrack will be put into place. A fire destroyed the grandstand less than 3 months before the 1954 Coshocton County Fair. Many had lost hope of holding races that year, but in only a few weeks' time, a new grandstand was erected, and the races went on. Perseverance was a theme for Coshocton. In 1979, heavy rain canceled many events, but after countless hours of track conditioning, 19 heats would go to the starting gate. Today, the Coshocton County Fair is a member of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. They host 2 afternoons of live-action harness racing.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Welcome back to Coshocton. Roger will be calling the horses out here for the second race in just a couple of minutes. I had an interesting Saturday I wanted to share. I was waiting Saturday morning at 8 o'clock for a call from a couple of different friends down in Lexington. The Grand Circuit Racing is going on down there this past weekend as well as this weekend coming up, and wanted to go down there on Saturday and catch the big races. And I got the call at 8:45 Saturday morning that they were a go, so I got in my car and I drove down there and caught some great races. It literally poured all day. I have a video to share with you, Frank, of Lee Efferstein, who works in the paddock down at the Red Mile, hosing off the numbers when the horses come off the track, and they take their numbers off of them. hosing down David Miller, who was very happy to receive the cold water and get that 4 pounds of mud off of him. But it was quite a mess. I left there at 5 o'clock and drove up to Dayton. My friend, high school friend from Freehold, Pete Trabotica, is the primary caretaker and one of the 4 equal partners that owns Twin Bee Joe Fresh, the #1 horse in the United States right now. And Twin Bee, for her 3rd start in a row as a 4-year-old gal, broke another track record and just glides across the racetrack. It was a really, really superb performance. And that was a long day. Got back home to Reynoldsburg around 11:30, quarter to 12.
Track records were falling like crazy at Dayton.
They were.
The 2-year-olds set 5 different track records. 2 of them were broken, broken right after they were already just set, and
Right.
So those.
Were we
and then you had
there?
the Brook
Were we at
No, we
over
didn't.
there?
No, we did not
Okay.
cover that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I looked around a little bit.
No,
I
we had
wasn't
people
sure.
asking, but no, we did not. So
Okay.
we'll be there though Saturday night for the Buckeye Stallion Series final.
Oh,
So we'll be
great.
there for that. So looking
Perfect.
forward to carrying those races.
That'll be great. That'll be great. Yeah, big races going on. Again, Grand Circuit down there. There's 12 races, all the divisions: boys, girls, trotters, pacers, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, aged. They got about $3 million in purses covering those 12 races, so it'll be a nice weekend down there. And my goodness gracious, our forecast for the next 5 days, starting on Thursday, compared to last weekend, it's going to be great here and here in Ohio and down in Kentucky. 70s and sunny and cool and dry. And it'll be nice when Helene finally leaves us, because
exactly.
this is still her hanging around.
It was funny. I was down earlier today walking out on the track, and it was still just a mist. You could feel a mist coming down. It was just miserable.
Yeah.
It looks like all of them are out right now, and wait for Roger to get them all in order, and we'll get them out. Be ready to rock and roll. We're back here again tomorrow for day 2 of the racing here at Coshocton. 11 o'clock post time again, so probably should be ready to roll
should
right
be on
at,
time tomorrow. Yeah, I think the rain's gone.
Yep. Imagine they'll do a little more work on the track after today's done, but not much you can do. Just hope now for some wind and maybe a little bit of sun. We can still see some dark clouds coming in. So,
Boys' Day tomorrow.
We are
Ladies' Day today, Boys' Day tomorrow.
Let's go up to Roger.
DLR's Trophy by James Plumbing. Number 1, Snazzy's Asmeli. Darren Harvey. Number 2, Green Hills Spurs with Mike Spearman. Number 3, Callie L., the driver, Hank Levan. Number 4, Blueberry Pop-Tart with Ammon Hirschberger. And number 5, Jailhouse Pearl, the driver, Brady Clemens. 6 and 7 are scratched.
Okay, those are the horses for the second. Thank you, Roger. Let's go through them one by one. Number 1, Snazzy Asmeli. Darren Harvey trains and drives this What the Hill filly out of the Ken Workington mare, Emerald Bling. Alan and Leon Miller from Millersburg are the owners. This gal has been in the money 9 out of 11 times this year. 1 win, 4 seconds, 4 thirds, and $15,343 in earnings. In the last 6 starts, 3 second-place finishes, 3 third-place finishes, all from inside posts. And she likes to be on the lead at the half. So I imagine it's probably where we'll find her today.
The number 2 is Green Hill Spurs. Mike Spearman drives, trains, and owns this OU man filly out of the Pegasus Spur mare Image of Spurs. 16 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 5 thirds. Earnings just under $16,000. Took a mark of 206 and 2 at Painesville. Last time out, made a break at the start, never really got into it. Has hit the board in 4 of the last 6 with 3 third-place finishes.
Number 3 is Callie L. Hank Levan trains and drives. Levan Stables owns, along with M.L. Perry from Mingo, Ohio. This is a What the Hill filly out of the Claudius Augustus mare, Sandy Song. 16 starts this year. Is that 18 or 16? I think it's 16, and it's 9 out of 16. and a mark of 204 at Lima, earnings of about $17,000. Had a fifth-place finish at Delaware last weekend, and is usually close to being able to pick up a check.
The number 4 is Blueberry Pop-Tart. Amon Hirschberger picks up the drive for trainer Wes Hirschberger. This is a What the Hill out of the Andover Hall mare Top Tart. Wayne Mast Jr., Eden Acres Farmstead of Millersburg, Ohio, and S. Miller of Millersburg, Ohio are the owners. 12 starts, has won half of those. Also has 2 second-place finishes. Earnings of $23,562. Took a mark of 204 at Dover last time out. Has won 4 of the last 5 and 3 in a row.
Jailhouse Pearl is the number 5 horse today. Brady Clemens in the bike for Eric Nesselrode. This is the Casey Clemens own horse out of Malta, a long Tom filly. Out of the Jailhouse Jesse mare, Jailhouse Broad. $34,000 in earnings, which leads the field. 8 wins and 12 starts. 4 second-place finishes. That's right. That's 12 out of 12 and $34,000. And that completes the field as the number 6 and the number 7 horses are scratched. Horses are lining up at the top of the last turn, headed towards the starting car. And this one should be, based on how often these guys are in the money, this one should be very, very competitive. And like Frank said, they'll all be happy because they're all getting a check. So here they come. Let's go to Roger for the call of the second.
They're off and trotting. That's Snazzy as Millie goes right out for the lead. Green Hill Spurs gets away second. Third up on the outside is Blueberry Pop-Tart. Making a break in the turn, Green Hill Spurs. Getting away third, Jailhouse Pearl. Fourth is Callie L. And trailing the field following the break, Green Hill Spurs. Down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. It's Snazzy as Millie showing the way by 2.5. Blueberry Pop-Tart is right there second as they race over to the quarter in 33 and 3. Into the turn, racing third, Jailhouse Pearl. Fourth is Callie L. Trailing the field, Green Hill Spurs. All in straight alignment as they race over to the 3/8 mark. On top of the field, Snazzy as Millie by 1.5 lengths. Blueberry Pop-Tart right there second. Racing third, Jailhouse Pearl as they race over to the halfway point. Callie L. fourth, and trailing the field, Green Hill Spurs as they race by the half in 1:05. Into the turn they go. Snazzy as Millie continues to show the way by 1.5 lengths. Blueberry Pop-Tart trots second. Racing third, it's Jailhouse Pearl. Ready to go to the outside. Racing fourth, it's Callie L. And trailing the field, Green Hill Spurs. Down the backside, pulling the pocket, Blueberry Pop-Tart and Amon Hirschberger up on the outside. They battle stride for stride, going to the 3/4 mark. 3 quarters in 1:36 and 3. Joined now on the outside, Brady Clemens with Jailhouse Pearl. 3 wide in the turn, and here comes Callie L. Going to have to go 4 wide. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. It's Jailhouse Pearl with the lead. Racing second, Blueberry Pop-Tart. Through the stretch, it's Jailhouse Pearl on the outside. The battle's on for second and third. Jailhouse Pearl. Photo for place.
Well, it was close for second.
Yeah, that mare, that Jailhouse Pearl, that filly, she's something special.
Yeah, she really is something special. She's great. She literally, the winner there was Jailhouse Pearl, but she literally sat on the rail until the 3/4 pole, pretty much, and then just went 3 wide and had to circle around Blueberry Pop-Tart, who also had the idea of trying to get past Snazzy Millie, which she did. But it was kind of reversed at the end because when they were at the quarter, it was 1-4-5-3, and by the time they got to the end, it was 5-4-3 or 3-4. Second place was really close, and the one came in fourth. I didn't get a finish time. I got up to the half of 1:05, which I really did not think was bad for 2-year-old filly trotters on a track of this condition. So we'll wait and get the final time from Roger here when he does a recap for us. But, and again, not sure who came in second, but certainly 5-4-3. Yeah. So Blueberry Pop-Tart did get up for second. Callie L. Hank Levan got the check for third. We got some folks headed over to greet the winners as Brady comes back around. Competitive as we expected.
Exactly,
a lot of action there as they got to the three-quarter pole and coming home in the stretch.
5 very good fillies, and they made that turn, and here they come. Here comes Brady back to the winner's circle. Let's send it up to Roger.
Back in front of the stands, your unofficial winner, Home Talent Colt Stakes 2-year-old filly trot. Number 5, Jailhouse Pearl. Casey Clemens of Malta, Ohio is the owner. Eric Nuzzlerode, the trainer. Brady Clemens getting win number 35 this season at the county fairs. 2-year-old filly by Long Tom out of Jailhouse Broad. Home a winner in 2:06. The 9th win in 13 this season for Jailhouse Pearl. And that's another winner from Midland Acres, the home of Long Tom. Results are official. Number 1, Snazzia's Millie, 4. The 2, Green Hill Spurs, 5. The 3, Callie L, 3. Number 4, Blueberry Pop-Tart, 2. The 5, Jailhouse Pearl, the winner. 6 and 7 are scratched. Top down, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, scratch, scratch. The quarter, 33 and 3. The half, 105. 3/4, 136, 3. The mile, 2:06.
2:06 is a final time after a 1:05 first half. So pretty impressive 1:01 with a 3-mile move on an off track for a 2-year-old filly trotter. And again, that Jailhouse Pearl is special. She is now on 9 wins and 13 starts, and that's going to boost her earnings over $36,000. When we come back for this afternoon's third race, it'll be our first division of the 2-year-old filly pacers. We got some good girls in here, and we'll introduce you to them. When we come back after these messages, you're watching Harness Racing Live, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association from Coshocton, Ohio. We'll be right back.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
And we're live back in Coshocton for the first division of 2-year-old fillies. Frank and I were just talking about some logistical issues at Delaware last week. It was some great racing and 5 warm, sunny days up in in Delaware. For those that were up there, I'm sure you enjoyed them. I think I was there from 11 o'clock to about 6:30, 5 days in a row, and I could have stayed longer, and it could have been longer days and longer hours. It was really a really great special week with a lot of great racing, and we congratulate Todd McCarthy on his first Little Brown Jug win with Captain Albano, who is slated to be one of, if not the top 3-year-old pacer in the States this year, along with a couple of other good ones. Hey, we've got some folks that are checking in from around the zone this afternoon. Orient, Ohio. Shipshewana, Indiana. I think I pronounced that right?
You got it.
Thank you. Portland, Indiana. Wauseon, Ohio. Sydney, Ohio. Someone asked where they can see a program, Frank.
Go to harnessracingohio.com. Programs go up about an hour prior to post time. You can download a program and take a look at it there. Let's see what else we got on here. Trying to run through a lot of our comments. I want to thank everybody who's joined us today. A lot of talk about the Lexington sale yesterday. There was an Ohio bred down by the seaside that went for over 400, I think it was 475 it went for.
Boom.
There was another Ohio bred I heard, and I'm just going off what I heard around the barns today, for 275. And there was another one ready for money that went for 175, I think. You know, and Ashley Daly is doing some research on that back at our offices, trying to get that up to take a look at it, so we know what's.
And not Ohio bred, but the biggest of the day yesterday was an Alanya group, by the way, Frank, that purchased a Walner Ramona Hill baby yearling for $925,000.
Trotting filly, wow.
Yes, sir. Big numbers.
Michael, you know, the heater you've been on, that's pocket change, man. That's pocket change for you.
Bad.
You've been on a heater lately,
It's been kind of good, but remember, despite going 11 wins at 11 races, and my $60 in bets only got me back $81. So what it showed is that I could handicap without the odds being printed in the program, and I'm pretty good at picking favorites. So that's it. That's it. My buddy said, you should have bet more. I'm like, oh, yeah, if I had bet 600, I would have gotten back 800. No, thank you.
No, you wouldn't even gotten 800 back because you would have lowered the odds even more. You probably would have got 650
You're
back
right.
at that.
You're right.
So we're getting set for the post parade. Roger has them almost ready to go here.
That was fun, though.
Hey, when you get on a heater like that.
Yeah, 11 out of 11. I kept on showing Susan.
Here we go. Let's go up to Roger.
Colt Stake, 2-year-old filly Pace. Trophy by Valley Paint and Quarter Horse. Purse of $6,270. Number 1, ATI Time for Beechin, Alex Hawk. The 2, Song Somewhere. The driver, Elliot Deaton. Number 3, Fear My Heart, Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 4, Pink Jammies with Drew Neal. Number 5, Maddie's Delight, the driver, David Young II. Number 6, Kylie Cash with Nick Clegg. And number 7, Allison L., Hank Levan in the sulky.
There is your field for the third race. Michael, let's take a look at these horses a little more in depth.
Number 1 is At a Time for Beechin, Alex Hawk in the bike for Melvin Byler. This is a Lost in Time filly out of the Yankee Cruiser mare Cruisin' Corinne. 4 starts this year, 1 second place finish for Mr. Byler, who also owns out of Salesville. Last start was at Dover.
Let me just jump in here, Michael.
Please.
We have lost our video. We still have the audio, but we have lost the video, and we're trying to get that back for you.
Okay, number 2, Song Somewhere, Elliot Deaton in the bike for Isaiah Shrake. This is a Bring on the Beach filly out of the Yankee Cruiser mare Surf Song. Philip Baldoff from North Royalton is the owner. And this one has had 13 starts and been in the money 12 out of those 13 times. Got earnings of $28,000 and a 202 mark at Croton. Number 3, Fear My Heart. Virgil Morgan Jr. trains this one, owned by Larry Wells at Columbus. 10 starts this year, 7 times in the money. Picks up Mark St. Louis for the catch drive at odds of, I can't see that board too good. Sorry about that. But 7 out of 10, 17,000 in earnings. Mark of 202 at Kenton. First place finish last time out. Second before that. First before that. All good times, all good money. Number 4, Pink Jammies. This is Rosie Weaver's gal. She comes out with a little pink on her. She was unfortunately scratched out of a no contest race in Delaware a couple of weeks ago, but she did race at Dover and did pick up a win in 1:59.2 at Dover. Drew Neal is in the bike for Rosie. This Fear the Dragon filly comes out of the Yankee Cruiser mare Think Pink. She is 14 out of 16 in the money. She's made $61,000. And speaking with Rosie up at Little Brown Jug Week last week, this is probably her little favorite girl in the barn. Number 5 is Maddie's Delight. David Young II drives for Steve Carter, owned by the SCP stable of Canton, Georgia. This is a lather-up filly out of the Western Hanover mare Moonlight Delight. 15 starts this year and a phenomenal 13 wins and 1/3 place finish. Earnings of $80,000, a mark of 53-4, and the current 4-5 favorite on the board. Number 6 is Kylie Cash. Nick Clegg of the bike. Betty is the trainer and the owner. This is a Fear the Dragon filly that has just been on fire with 21 times in the money out of 25 starts for $53,000. Coming off 2 really impressive wins, 203 at Ashland and 2 minutes and 3/5 at Dover last week. And she looked pretty easy doing that. To Fear the Dragon filly out of the Always a Virgin mare Glorious Virgin. And number 7, Allison L. Hank Levan trains, drives. Levan stables are the owners. She's a lather-up filly out of the Badlands Hanover mare Bad Feeling. 17 starts this year, 4 second-place finishes, and 4 third-place finishes, $11,000 in earnings. That is your field for the first division of the 2-year-old filly pace, with a purse of $6,270. There is another division a little bit later on. We're good?
Yep, we're good. We got video back. We are having some camera issues, and we're hoping we're going to be able to last the entire day. We have audio.
Is it the cameraman or the equipment?
No, it's the equipment.
Oh, okay,
so
all right.
Let's go up to Roger.
Starting gate on the upper turn. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing, going for the lead. Pink Jammies on the outside. ATI Time for Beachin is on the inside, holding position. In between horses, that is Fear My Heart as they race to the backside. Kylie Cash gets away 4th. Racing 5th is Allison L. 6th on the outside. As they race down the backside, Song Somewhere, and trailing the field as they race over to the first quarter, Maddie's Delight. Opening quarter in 29-4. Into the turn they go. It's ATI Time for Beachin with the lead by a length and a quarter as they race around the turn. Up on the outside, down second, Pink Jammies racing 3rd. Fear My Heart. 4th is Kylie Cash as they pass the stand for the first time, coming to the halfway point. Moving on the outside. That is David Young, Maddie's Delight. They're at the half, 58-3, and they're still going at it. Into the turn they go. The leader is ATI Time for Beachin with the lead. On the outside, Pink Jammies. The outside flow's going to develop now. 3 wide on the outside and moving up, Maddie's Delight. Down the backside, Fear My Heart with the lead as they race over to the 3-quarter mark. 3 wide, Maddie's Delight. Down the backside, going to the 3-quarter mark. They reach the 3 quarters in 1:30-2. Around the turn they go. Bunch of tired horses on the front end. 5 of them in contention with an eighth of a mile to go into Ohio. On top of the field and into the stretch they come. Pink Jammies by a neck. 4 wide on the outside. Here comes Elliott Deaton now with Song Somewhere. Who's got pace coming home? Pink Jammies trying to survive. In between horses on the outside. Song Somewhere. Photo all the way.
Well,
I'm not sure.
well, yeah, we can't tell you who won. Elliott Deaton came out of nowhere with Song Somewhere, 2-horse, and Pink Jammies also with a big late burst. So we're going to have to see how this one shakes out, folks, because it was either 2-4 or 4-2.
I think they called it 2-4 upstairs, but I'm not 100% sure unofficial.
And our race favorite, Maddie's Delight, David Young had that filly parked every step of the way on the outside for the entire race. Really difficult, but to be able to hold on for third was pretty impressive. They got down the quarter in 29 and 4.5 and 58 and 3, and that 5 held on to be third by less than a half a length. So a good effort, but not the best drive there for Maddie's Delight. I don't think David had much of a choice once he got out there. There wasn't anybody that was going to let him in anyway. So, but a really great competitive race. They were 3 wide. 2, 4, 5. So
Unofficial.
it goes to Elliott Deaton with Song Somewhere. That's the Bring on the Beach filly.
And here comes the 2 back around.
Really great race. 3 across at the top of the stretch and 2 right behind them.
Well, there were
And,
5 going into that final turn that had a
absolutely.
chance.
Yep, absolutely. A nice group coming down to the area for the winner's circle picture here. Great drive by Elliott to find that hole. I don't know how he got threaded through there. Really don't.
Let's go upstairs.
Unofficial winner of the Home Talent Colt Stake 2-year-old filly pace, first division, trophy by Valley Paint and Quarter Horse. Number 2, Song Somewhere. Over Philip Baldolph of North Royalton, Ohio. Isaiah Strake, the winning trainer. Elliott Deaton gets win number 19 this season at the county fairs in the Buckeye State. The 2-year-old filly by Bring on the Beach out of Surf Song, home a winner in 2:01. That's a lifetime mark for Song Somewhere. 2:01.
Get the rundown here from Roger in just a second as they get the final picture and the judges take a look at it and come up with placings behind the top 3.
Official. Number 1, ATI Time for Beachin, 7. The 2, Song Somewhere, the winner. The 3, Fear My Heart, 5. The 4, Pink Jammies, 2. The 5, Maddie's Delight, 3. The 6, Kylie Cash, 4. The 7, Allison L, 6. Top down, 715, 234, 6 on the bottom. The quarter, 29 and 4. The half, 58 and 3. 3 quarters, 130 and 2. The mile, 2:01.
We get to show you the tote board, but unfortunately it's right behind that pole, and they had a limited space where they could put the tote board today because of the rain, and I was already set up, so.
Yeah, well, we'll tell you this. Song Somewhere paid $24.80 to win, and the exacta was 2 all. So if you had 2 with anybody, you get to cash a ticket. The timing on that race was crazy. We mentioned a 58-3 first half that parked Maddie's Delight out there for David Young, who really didn't have a choice of getting back in anywhere. But the final time of the mile was 2:01, so that's really what got the 2 and the 4, who were not anywhere really in the race in the early first half or close to 3/4, but coming home in 1:02-3 opened it up for everybody. So that was highly competitive and a really enjoyable one. That was, again, the first division for 2-year-old filly pacers. And when we come back from our break for race 4, we have the 2-year-old filly trotters, and this is the second of 3 divisions, sponsored by the trophy by the James Fleming Limited. This is the Home Talent Colt Stakes. They're sponsoring 10 of our races this afternoon. We also have a couple of signature trots. We will be back shortly. Thanks for being with us this afternoon. You're watching Harness Racing Live from Coshocton, Ohio. We'll be right back.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries are now open. For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. Midland Acres, doing our best to bring you the best.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Taking a look at the drivers and trainers with their busiest schedules of the day. And Nick Clegg on the driving side scheduled to be in 6 races. Elliot Deaton in 5. Darren Harvey in 5. Alex Hawk in 4. Hank Levan in 8. Drew Neal in 6. David Young the second in 4. On the training side, Melvin Byler has 4 horses starting. Betty Clegg has 7. Hank Levan has 8. Isaiah Shrake has 4. And Rosie Weaver has 6. Unlikely to be anything to be keeping a close eye on today. The track records here at Coshocton. There is an all-age pace record that is actually shared by 4 horses of 156 flat. 2 of them in 2003, interestingly, both driven by, one is David Ward, one is David Hawk. In 2007, Jim Daly, and in 2023, Manny Miller. That's Beach Party, Gerald and Sam, Joe Mahdi, and Secret Harbor. The all-age trot, Blastaway Sabra, Kurt Sugg, 2003, 158 and 2. I can see where those numbers could come close on a nice dry track here. I mean, that race just went in 58 and 3 in the first half. If it was dry and fast, somebody could have come home a minute and come close to some of those numbers. So maybe next year, or maybe tomorrow.
You never know.
You never know. Frank's horses racing tomorrow, everybody.
We'll be here.
We're looking forward to that. I might get my cameraman duties again if I'm lucky. That would be great. fourth race is coming up next. Again, this is 2-year-old filly trotters, the second division of 3. Horses are making their way out onto the surface. And if they're not, Roger will make them get there. Had a nice day on Friday, last Friday, the day after the jug. Frank, I don't know if you had heard me Friday morning. I got on the air with Trish, and it's the first time that she and I worked together, and she goes, and somehow, the fact that I had been at the jug from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday came up, and I said, I have absolutely no idea what I was thinking when I when I signed up for that.
No. Just so you know, when those Friday events come along, and we have learned, we don't do those. That's why we've got all our other helpers. And we say, you guys get to handle
I
it.
wondered about that. That's okay. I don't mind being on the second team after the thousands of hours that our group put together. And that was actually one of the first things I said in our Friday broadcast, is how proud I was to be associated with our group, because I know you guys just, kick butt and worked your butts off all week last week, and it was great. And thank you again for that coverage. It was really special. Let's go to Roger for the intro of the fourth.
$360 trophy by James Plumbing. Number 1, Madam L, the driver Hank Levan. The 2, Risky Hill, Drew Neal. The 3, Miss Snickers with Elliot Deaton. Number 4, Danny's Dream, Don McCurgan. Number 5 is Long Tom Princess, the driver Mike Spearman. Number 6, Promise at Dawn with Jason Thompson. And number 7, Suds and Ritz, Mark St. Louis Jr. in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Got out. Wager now.
I'm not sure if I might have missed a driver change on the 3 there, Miss
On the
Snickers.
3, it is,
Are you still showing Keith?
Let's see. No, it's Elliot Deaton driving the 3. Elliot Deaton is driving the 3. Mark St. Louis Jr. is driving the 7. Those are the 2 driving changes that we do have.
Okay, let's take a closer look at these 2-year-old filly trotters from the rail out. Number 1, Madam L, Hank Levan trains and drives. Levan Stables are the owners. This is a Marseille filly out of the Donato Hanover mare, Leaping Lady. She's had 17 starts this year, 4 wins, 2 seconds, and a third, $20,000 in earnings, and a 2:03 mark at a really sloppy track over in Greenville. So pretty impressive. At Delaware, out of the 7-hole last week, tough field to be in against. Before that, back on the fairs, second place finish and 3 wins in a row prior to that. So been racing pretty good lately. Number 2 is Risky Hill. Drew Neal on the bike for Rosie Weaver. This is a What the Hill filly out of the Break the Bank K-Mare Risky Deal. 17 starts this year, 11 out of 17 in the money, includes 8 second place finishes, $18,000 in earnings, 204 at Caldwell. This is owned by Lance Bayless up in Michigan, Madison, Benner, and Howells from Florida and Michigan. She's been a little tough. She broke last week at Dover, ended up a distance previous to that at Ashland, second by a neck after being parked out a fast quarter. And she can get there. She's a good closer, so Drew, I'm sure, will try to keep her close. Number 3, Miss Snickers, Elliot Deaton in the bike for Isaiah Schrake, Cookie Ladies, Navarre, Ohio, the owners. This filly is from Band's Gold Chip out of the Sturdy Sabra mare Lonesome Pride. She's had 12 starts this year, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 4 thirds, a little under $13,000 in earnings, and a mark of 207 at Cortland. Had a break last week at Dover. Previous to that, a third, a second, a third, another break, and another third. Number 4 is Danny's Dream. 83-year-old Don McGurgan in the bike for Joe Carter. Robert McKinn from Bealtown, Virginia is the owner of this Uncle Peter filly. Number 5, Long Tom Princess, Mike Spearman, trains, drives, and owns. Number 6, Promise at Dawn. Jason Thompson drives for Scott Cox, a What the Hill filly. 14 starts this year, 13 out of 14 in the money. And Suds and Wrists with Mark St. Louis in the bike for Herman Hagerman, 7 out of 11, 159 at Scioto. Let's go to Roger for the call.
Come. They're off and trotting. Promise at Dawn for the lead on the outside. Risky Hill on the inside. Off stride, Miss Snickers into the turn. Racing third, that's Madam L. Fourth is Danny's Dream as they race to the backside. Now fifth, racing sixth. Going to the first quarter mark, Long Tom Princess, and trailing the field, Miss Snickers. Down the backside they go. Promise at Dawn with the lead as they race over to the first quarter mark. Opening quarter in 30 3/5. Into the turn, racing second as they race around the turn. That is Suds and Ritz. Racing third, that's Risky Hill. Trotting fourth is Madam L. Racing fifth, Danny's Dream. Sixth is Long Tom Princess. Trailing the field, Miss Snickers. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top of the field, it's Suds and Ritz and Mark St. Louis Jr. taking them over to the half in 101 2. Into the turn they go. Promise at Dawn is theirs second. Racing third, close up is Risky Hill. Gapped out fourth, Long Tom Princess. Racing fifth, Miss Snickers following the early break. Till six is Madam L, and the trailer is Danny's Dream following a break. Down the backside, going to the three-quarter mark. It's still Suds and Ritz and Mark St. Louis Jr. showing the way by a length and a quarter with a rush on the outside as they race over to the three-quarter mark. 3 quarters in 1:34. Into the final turn. That's Risky Hill closing on the outside with each and every stride. Dropping back is Promise at Dawn. 1/8 of a mile to go. Head to head, nose to nose, stride for stride with 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Inside Suds and Ritz. On the outside, Risky Hill. It's Suds and Ritz with the lead. Risky Hill second. Coming to the wire, it's all Suds and Ritz. Risky Hill second, home third, Miss Snickers.
Mark St. Louis with a move that not really sure. I think I took my eyes off of that part of the field for about 4 seconds. The next thing I know, he went from fifth to first. So I know out of the second tier was a pretty good spot. I think it must have been when Hank pulled out to the outside a little bit and he just slid through. Mark St. Louis gets another win. That is 114 for the season. That puts him now 4 behind Ronnie Gillespie for the lead, which is 118. Congratulations to Herman Hagerman for another win. That's a What the Hill filly. And she raced good. 7 out of 12 in the money now, and earnings of over $26,000. Pretty impressive. And a good race. Thought Promise at Dawn with Jason was going to hold on there, but didn't happen. As soon as Mark got to the front, it was pretty much over. He does as good a job rating time out here on the fairgrounds as anybody, I believe. He just does a really, really great job in there. Back, a couple of folks came over from the barns. That's the Hagerman gal. You'll see her at all the fairs.
7-2-3 unofficial.
Risky Hill was second.
And here comes your winner back around.
Miss Snickers was third. Miss Snickers was probably 10 lengths off, I think, at the middle of the backstretch there, but made a really, really big move to close the gap and get in for a third place finish. Here comes Mark St. Louis.
Let's go up to Roger for the rundown.
To the stands and go into the winner's circle. The winner, 2-year-old filly trot, home talent colt stake. Number 7, Suds and Ritz, owned by Herman Hagerman, Martin Yoder, and Lucinda Belcher. Herman Hagerman, the winning trainer, his second win of the afternoon. Mark St. Louis Jr. with his second win, career win 114 this season at the county fairs. Magic number now 4. Results are official. Number 1, Madam L, 4. The 2, Risky Hill, 2. The 3, Miss Snickers, 3. The 4, Danny's Dream, 7. The 5, Long Tom Princess, 6. The 6, Promise at Dawn, 5. The 7, Suds and Ritz, the winner. Top down, 4, 2, 3, 7, 6, 5. 1 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 and 3. The half, 101 and 2. 3 quarters, 134. The mile, 2:05.
So there is your rundown for the 4th.
The 5th is up next, and that is the first division of 3-year-old filly Pacers. Some workhorses in here. 29 starts, 41 starts, 28 starts. A lot of tough working fillies. And some great stallion fathers here with Fear the Dragons and Do Me That Again and Dancing Yankee and Pet Rock, and all quality from the first or second leading breeding state in the country for standardbred racing. That is us folks here in Ohio. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll introduce you to these fast racing fillies, and we'll talk a little bit about what happens when the fair season is over. You're watching Harness Racing Live from Coshocton, Ohio. We will be right back.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 Jug winner Southwind Ozzy, the son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm wants to thank all the bidders and buyers that supported the Ohio Selected Jug Sale.
Hi, I'm Jenna Houghton, and this year I'm teamed up with Yannick Gingras, Tony Alania, Burke Racing, and Weaver Buscemi as we represent SBH Health System of the Bronx. We need your help securing the win for this year's 2024 Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge as we look to tackle Team Dunn, Team Tetrick, and Team Miller. Scan the QR code on your screens now, scroll down, vote for Team Gingras, help us win this year's charity challenge. Never let my older sister win, and I'm not going to start now.
And we're back for the 5th here in Coshocton on a very, very comfortable, cloudy Tuesday. Was it afternoon? Yep, 1 o'clock. It's Tuesday afternoon. I was just mentioning to Frank, it was my first time over to the Dayton Raceway on Saturday. For those of you in Central Ohio that haven't been over to Dayton, it's actually a pretty easy trip. It's just one exit south of I-70, down off of I-75. I live on the east side of Columbus, and it only took me about an hour and 15 minutes to get back home Saturday night after leaving over there. Got to spend a few minutes with some good friends that take care of Twin Bee Joe Fresh. And looking forward to seeing them probably at the Breeders' Crown at the end of October. at the Meadowlands. That was the Alarage race, which is a race for aged mares down at the Red Miles part of Grand Circuit. It doesn't have the purses that it used to have, and they made the decision to just give Twin Bee an extra couple of weeks off before the Breeders' Crown, which is coming up at the end of October. And again, that's at the Meadowlands, and I hope at some point maybe we'll be able to get the Breeders' Crown at Scioto Downs once they get that new paddock built, and we can try to sell ourselves and get that done. That would be the best thing in the world. I know Scott's working on it, or there's been some discussion about it, but they're a ways away from making a decision on timing still, I think.
On the
Breeders' Crown for next year.
Yeah, they're still figuring. Well, next year's already decided.
Oh, is it?
25 is decided. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, no, I
that.
think I think they're talking
26.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of pieces, and we had Jason Roth on from Scioto Downs on our Delaware coverage, and there's a lot of pieces. It's kind of like a big puzzle. You got to put a lot of pieces together, and it's going to take a lot of work. But
sure,
the first thing is getting that paddock built, and they've run into a couple of construction problems where sewers that they run into a sewer that is not on any of the city's line plans or anywhere that the city gives them. Says no, there's no sewer there. Yeah, there is. We just hit it. So they're working on getting through all those type of things. They've had to reroute a couple of those, which adds a little money and then takes some time to get those done. But but they're getting there. I haven't been out there in a while. I'm going to get out and maybe check it out and see where they are with everything. But we're going through it.
Here's Rosie Weaver. Going across the track with a horse. She's got one of the future races here this afternoon. Rosie and Betty Clegg vying for the training championship for our fair season, of which we only have just a couple of more fairs to contend with. We mentioned a few. We will be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. For Boys Day here in Coshocton. After Philly Day here today. I think horses are getting lined up. Oh, Roger's got to keep them in line. They're not in line. He doesn't like it when they're not in line. He's going to tell him. He's going to tell him something. He doesn't like it. In this race, we've got 17 out of 29 in the money, 25 out of 41. This SP Dancing with Stars out of the Clegg Barn is at 41 starts so far this year, which is pretty big. Darren Harvey has had a better than average summer at the fairs. I think the Cleggs and Rosie and the Levans, who has the most starts?
For what, the fairs?
Yep. I would say it's got to be either the Cleggs. It's got to be the Cleggs. Yeah. And then Levan
the number
probably.
Of horses hangs up there as well.
Yeah.
Are you talking trainers or drivers?
Just starts.
For trainers?
For a barn, yeah, for
a barn,
trainers, yeah. Yeah, for a barn.
Looks like we're ready to go here with the post parade for the 5th.
Yep. Let's take it up to Roger, who's going to introduce us to these 3-year-old fillies.
These are the horses for the 5th race. Home Talent Colt Stake 3-year-old filly pace, $4,134. Trophy by Norman Farms. Division 154 and 4. Number 1, Holden Mama L with Hank Levan. The 2, SP Dancing with the Stars, Nick Clegg. The 3, ATI Girls Love Cruisin', Alex Hawk. The 4, Pretty Girl Dragon with Drew Neal. The 5, Cruiser Canceled with Elliot Deaton. Number 6 is I Fly Solo. The driver, Darren Harvey, missing the post parade. And number 7, Kiss My Grits, Daniel Ireton in the sulky. Horses.
So there is the field for the 5th. Darren Harvey, the last one in the post parade, a little late coming out of the barn. They allowed him to parade last.
With no fine. I had something cute happen over the weekend down in Lexington, so I was having a chat with Danny Noble. Came down and drove 2 or 3 horses on Saturday, and we're sitting there talking, and then all of a sudden David Miller pops out of the driver's lounge, and Dan went over to talk to him for a second, and I was just standing there, and I'm looking at all this purple and white, you know. So I said, they looked up. I said, Dan, where'd you get the inspiration for your colors? And he looked at me, and he looked back at David, and he goes, I think I was 10 years old, and I was standing in his living room with my father. I thought that was great, because I made the appropriate assumption that David and Dan's dad were close, you know, back then.
Yep, and, you know, David Miller moving back to Ohio. That'll be happening, I think, a year away. He's still building a house, but he is going to move back to Ohio, continue driving. He's going to be driving on the Ohio Southern Circuit. So looking forward to having David Miller back in Ohio. Well, let's take a look at these horses for the 5th.
Number 1 is Holden Mama L. Hank Levan trains with the Levan Stables. This is a pet rock filly out of the artificial mare Shake What Mama Gave You. 29 starts this year, 17 out of 29 in the money, about $33,000 in earnings, and a mark of 156 at Scioto Downs. Number 2, SP Dancing with Stars out of the Clegg Barn. Nick is driving, Betty owns and trains. Really nice horse here with 41 starts this year, 25 out of 41 in the money, and earnings of $66,000 for this little workhorse. Number 3, Addie Girls Love Cruisin'. Alex Hawk on the bike for Melvin Byler. Eric Butler, Stephen Butler are the owners. Number 4, Pretty Girl Dragon. Drew Neal on the bike for Randy Rank. 5 starts this year, looking for a check. Number 5, Cruiser Canceled. Ryan Deaton, Elliot Deaton in the bike. 28 starts, 13 out of 28 in the money. I Fly Solo is the 6th. Darren Harvey for D. Houghton. And number 7, Kiss My Grits. Daniel Ireton drives for Marlon Smith out of Thornville. 4 starts, looking for a check. Let's go to Roger for the 5th.
They're off and pacing. SP Dancing with the Stars goes for the lead. Holden Mama L on the inside, trying to hold the spot. Dropping in 3rd is ATI Girls Love Cruisin' as they race to the backside. Racing 4th, it's Cruiser Cancel. Racing 5th, I Fly Solo. 6th is Pretty Girl Dragon, and trailing the field, Kiss My Grits. Down the backside they go. SP Dancing with the Stars with the lead as they race over to the first quarter in 30 4/5. Into the turn, Holden Mama L pacing right there 2nd. ATI Girls Love Cruisin' 3rd. Racing 4th, Cruiser Cancel. Now coming to the outside, here comes Alex Hawk. ATI Girls Love Cruisin' from 3rd, now 2nd, and moving up after the leader, SP Dancing with the Stars. Into the lane first time. SP Dancing with the Stars has the lead. ATI Girls Love Cruisin' on the outside, halfway home in 1:01. Into the turn they go. Holden Mama L racing 3rd. Racing 4th up on the outside, Cruiser Canceled. 5th is I Fly Solo to the backside. 6th, Pretty Girl Dragon. Treading the field, Kiss My Grits. Down the backside they go. They're still going at it. SP Dancing with the Stars on the inside. On the outside, 2nd, ATI Girls Love Cruisin'. Joined on the outside 3 wide by Elliot Deaton and Cruiser Cancel. 3/4 in 1:33. Around the final turn, 3 of them across the track. On top of the field on the inside, SP Dancing with the Stars. On the outside, Cruiser Canceled, closing with each and every stride. 1/8 of a mile to go. On the outside, Cruiser Canceled sticks the nose in front. SP Dancing with the Stars fighting back, coming to the wire. Cruiser Canceled. SP Dancing with the Stars ATI Girls Love Cruisin'.
Cruiser canceled. Elliot Deaton for Ryan Deaton with a nice 3-wide move there at the 3/4 pole to slowly circle around past SP Dancing with Stars and ATI Girls Love Cruisin'. Show it as Cruiser canceled across the line first. SP Dancing with Stars second. ATI Girls Love Cruisin' was third. My Fly Solo fourth. Hold 'em Mama fifth. And Pretty Girl Dragon sixth. That's, of course, unofficial. And very competitive. We've had a few competitive races today. Kind of like it.
Well, I'll tell you, with these big sweeping turns, you know, you can kind of start your move on the back stretch, and you've got a lot of room in those turns to really decide what you're going to do. And that time, making the move, coming home.
Get the momentum going a little bit earlier, kind of whiplashing a little bit as they come around. Again, a good race. Cruiser canceled. That would be her 9th win in 29 starts, and will push her earnings up over $38,000 year to date.
And here comes our winner back to the winner's circle. Let's go up to Roger.
On the stands, your unofficial winner. 5th race, Home Talent Colt Stake 3-year-old filly Pace. Trophy by Norman Farms, Domitian 154-4. Number 5, Cruiser Cancel, home but Colder Than Ice Racing. Dustin Ford and Randy Young. Ryan Deaton, the winning trainer. Elliot Deaton gets his 2nd winning drive this afternoon, his 20th this season at the fairs. 3-year-old filly by Yankee Cruiser out of Flight Canceled. Home winner in 2:01.
Get the official rundown here in just a second. There's your winner, Cruiser Canceled. Elliot Deaton with the drive.
For official, number 1, Holden Mama L, 5. The 2, SP Dancing with the Stars, 2. The 3, ATI Girls Love Cruisin', 3. The 4, Pretty Girl Dragon, 6. The 5, Cruiser Canceled, the winner. The 6, I Fly Solo, 4. The 7, Kiss My Grits, 7. Top down, 5, 2, 3. 6, 1, 4. 7 on the bottom. The quarter 30 4/5, the half 101, 3/4 133, the mile 2:01.
2:01.
Yeah, last quarter in 28 seconds. It was 133 at 3/4. That's a pretty good close. Again, your winner here, Cruiser Canceled. Elliot Deaton in the bike for Ryan Deaton. Randy Young Stables out of McArthur, Ohio, are the owners of that Yankee Cruiser filly. That was the first division of our 3-year-old filly Pace. When we come back, we have our signature series, Coshocton County Trotting Derby. I will only assume that those rules are the same as they were in Dover, where we're talking about horses that are local.
No. Any signature series, anybody can enter it. First division of 2. They've got 2 divisions going today, the 6th and the 12th. Today, this is the signature series. Points earned this year.
Oh, yes.
Today
Thank you.
at Dover and any other at Coshocton, Lancaster, those points will roll over to next year's standings. And they race the finals at Delaware. And then they also race the consolation at Delaware for those 2, but because these fairs are after Delaware, the points roll
they go to
over
next
into
year.
Next year.
Oh,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yep. So we have it at Coshocton and Lancaster. Both have signature series races. There's an overnight at Dover for probably Tuscaroras County trainers only, or in the area. So with that,
well, the horses that are in that next race combined, those 5 wonderful 4-year-olds and up have earned $1 million combined between them, and we will be happy to watch them race here in just a few minutes. We're going to be back for the 6th, the Coshocton County Trotting Derby. Be right back.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms. At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Welcome back to the Coshocton County Fair as we get set for race number 6 on our card of 12 today. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 o'clock, for 11 races. This will be the signature series for 4-year-olds and up, the first of 2 divisions, the Coshocton County Trotting Derby. Tomorrow it will be the Pacing Derby, 1 division, 8 to go to the gate. No rain right now, but there is some more dark clouds moving in. There's no forecast said maybe about a 10% chance. You can see the dark clouds that have kind of moved into the area. Not sure if there's any rain in those clouds or not, but the rain did dump a lot of water here, as you can see from the inside where the pulling track is. And we were an hour delayed today because they were trying to get a lot of the material off the track. You can see there they had put it on there to help after the rodeo, but the rain came very deep, and the starting gate, the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate today was out there, and they had testing it and had 4-wheel drive on, and they were still fishtailing a little bit. So the speed crew here at the Coshocton County Fair did an unbelievable job to get this track ready to go today. And so they are racing today. You know, if it doesn't rain, the track should be in really, really good shape tomorrow for day 2 of racing here. After this, Sunday, we are at the Montgomery County Fair in races in Dayton. And then we'll wrap it up next week at the Lancaster, Ohio, the Fairfield County Fair, the final of 66 county and independent fairs where harness racing takes place. So looking forward to Lancaster. Always a nice venue, sits down. You can see the great trees and the colors down there as everything starts to turn a little bit. But a really nice venue for racing there. We'll be in Dayton for the Buckeye Stallion Series final this coming Saturday night. First race post time 4 o'clock. So let's go up to Roger for the post parade of the 6th.
A Trotting Derby Signature Series, $1,875. Trophy by William Albert Incorporated. Number 1, Lily Swan Pond, Charlie Myrick. The 2, Lil Jess with Keith Crawford. Number 3, Team L, the driver Hank Levan. Number 4, Tulsa Bell with Nick Clegg. And number 5, Room and Vonnie Darren Harvey in the sulky. Horse take one score and go to the gate. Don't be shut out. Wager now. Get them ready for the 7th. Scratch the 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are scratched in the 7th. Get them ready. 5 of you. Starter has called the horses to the gate. Horses approaching the starting gate. Trotters are all in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Tulsa Bell going for the lead. Lily Swan Pond on the inside, trying to hold position into the turn third. That's the race around the turn. Lil Jess up on the outside. Varnum and Vonnie and trailing the field. Team L. Down the backside they go. Tulsa Bell on the outside, but hasn't cleared as yet. Lily Swan Pond is there second as they race over to the first quarter mark. That opening quarter in 30 2/5. Into the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. On top of the field, it's Tulsa Bell. Lily Swan Pond is here second. Racing third on the outside is Vroom and Vonnie. Lil Jazz fourth. Coming to the outside, Team L now fifth and closing in. We got 3 in, 2 out as they pass the stand for the first time. Coming to the halfway point. Tulsa Bell and Nick Clegg showing the way halfway home in 1 minute 1/5. Hung on the outside, Vroom and Vonnie long miles second, racing third. That's Lily Swan Pond. Up on the outside fourth, it's Team L, and trailing the field, Lil Jess. On to the backside and the three-quarter station. The leader, Tulsa Bell, shows the way by a neck. On the outside, Vroom and Vonnie is there second. Ready to go 3 wide is Team L and Hank Levan. 3 wide on the outside. 3 quarters in 1:32 3. Midway around the final turn, it's Tulsa Bell has the lead now by 3/4 of a length. On the outside, Team L closing in second. Room and Bonnie is third between horses. Inside, Lily Swan Pond. Lil Jess comes to the outside, 4 wide. Into the stretch they come. Tulsa Bell with the lead. The battles for second and third. It's all Tulsa Bell. Home second, Groom and Bonnie. Third, Lily Swan Pond.
That was Tulsa Bell from the Clegg Barn with a lot of action going on for 5 horses in that race. Had 3 in, had 2 on the outside, and they were coming, and they alternated, and they just kept on coming at you. But I think Nick was well in hand there with Tulsa Bell for the win, and that is up mare's 7th of the season out of 26 starts, and we'll.
Man, we got a rough job up here.
Brings up to close to $29,000. Tulsa Bell, the Clegg Barn. Congrats to Robert Beachy.
Set a new track record at Paulding, very first fair of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that right?
Got to go back. Yep. It was the first track record.
How could you possibly remember that
Only
after 117 freaking
because
fairs?
it was the first track. It was the first track record of the season, and I put it in the newsletter, and I think I'm 90% sure of that.
So it stuck in your head because you typed it. That's why.
Stuck in my head. Tulsa Bell. I don't know. It's funny. You get guys like Matt Clark who can remember a race from
years
2.5 years ago. I
Right.
can't remember a race from yesterday.
No, neither could I.
It gets
Neither
crazy.
can I.
So here comes Nick Clegg back around. Betty taking the slow walk to the winner's circle.
That is one hard-working group of humans.
Yes, it is.
Do they have family?
I know they've got a daughter who owns a little, as Nick says, a girly shop, a boutique on the Pennsylvania-New York border. I'm not sure where exactly on the border. And I think they have a son as well. But there is Nick Clegg. We'll send it up to Roger here to get the rundown of today's race.
The winner of the Coshocton County Trotting Derby Signature Series, number 4, Tulsa Bell, owned by Robert Beachy of Berlin, Ohio. Betty Clegg, the winningest trainer on the Ohio Fair Circuit, win number 67 this season. Nick Clegg, his 54th winning drive at the county fairs in the Buckeye State. 6-year-old mare by Don't You Forget It out of Keystone, Isabella. Home a winner in 2:03. Results are official. Number 1, Lily Swan Pond, 3. The 2, Lil Jess, 5. The 3, Team L, 4. 4, Tulsa Bell, the winner. The 5, Room and Vonnie, 2. Top down, 3, 5, 4. 1, 2 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 and 2. Half a minute and a fifth. 3/4, 1:32.3. The mile, 2:03.
So that was the 6th, the first of the 2 Signature Series Trotting Derbies on our card for this afternoon. The 7th is next, and that is the second and final division of the 2-year-old filly Pace, with a nice purse of $6,270. Got a couple of scratches. We'll be down to a field of 5. We will introduce you to those young ladies when we come back. You are watching Harness Racing Live, brought to you by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association and our sponsors from Coshocton, Ohio. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. We'll be right back.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. Midland Acres, doing our best to bring you the best.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
I have one bite left of my cinnamon sugar
There
pretzel,
you go.
but I got it down.
All right.
We're halfway through the program here at Coshocton this afternoon. The 7th race is coming up here in a minute. Again, this is 2-year-old filly pace with a nice generous purse of $6,270, the second division. The fillies seem to have taken on a little bit more of a center stage over the last couple of years. I'm not exactly sure why I feel that way. I don't know if it's popularity or if they are performing at a higher level. There's just something about the way that the girls have been racing last year and this year that just I feel like they've all brought the game up a little bit of a notch. I was having a conversation last week with some folks up in Delaware about the transition horses making when they go from 2 to 3, and whether there's improvement, whether they stay the same. And one thing that I know for sure is that the competition has gotten much tougher than it was previously. There's a lot of really, really, really good filly horses that are racing in our sport this year, and we have some of them right here in Ohio, guys. With our breeding and the stallions, the mares that we have here in the state. I'm anxious to watch the Lexington sale results again tonight to see what happens. I'll tell you, watching the bidding last night for a $900,000 standardbred horse was pretty unique. We don't get that very often, but I guess when you're putting Wallner together with Ramona Hill, that's how you get there. So that's going to the Alanya barn, so we'll see how they do with that little one.
Yeah, the amount of money that flows through that sale is just amazing.
It is. I'm fortunate that I know a couple of much smaller name folks that have some horses racing. Marie Ortolan-Barr, who is the trainer, if you remember the name Quattro de Julio from a couple of years ago. Marie trained Quattro. She has a farm in Paris, Kentucky, and she is part of the infamous France Dubois family, who is one of the leading families overseas in our sport. And Marie has raised a number of babies that are going to be in the sale coming up. Quattro's babies will be available at the sale in 2025. They were born earlier this year. They'll turn 1 in January, and they'll be in the sale next fall. And Lee Efferstein. Lee is a stalwart in our business. Lee worked for Stanley Dancer and messed around with Albatross back in the day. So she's a a seasoned harness person. They have a farm down in Emerald, Kentucky, and she's got Miso Fast on her farm. And Miso has had a couple of babies that I believe are going to be available in the sale as well. So I'll be down there to witness that next, this Friday night. I tell you, when this horse racing season is over, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with myself.
I don't know what I'm going to do. We're getting closer, slowly but surely. We're getting there.
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. Tomorrow will be my last fair to cover, but I will be coming down to the Lancaster Fair simply because I haven't been there before, and I hear it's pretty special for our sport, for horse racing.
Yep, that'll be a fun fair to cover. It's always one of the good ones.
I think all the horses are about out, but as we said, we're down to a field of 5 here with a couple of scratches. We've had some additional people checking in. Tulsa Bell trotted in 1:59 at Paulding to break the track record by 2 full seconds.
There you go. See, I remember that.
Thank you, Trudy. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching from Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm not losing it.
No, you're not. A little concerned about your football team after Sunday's game, but
hey,
you know.
Yeah. Those things happen. You know, you're not going to win them all, but
no.
It was ugly.
There was a heck of a baseball game I was listening to yesterday afternoon on the radio. That first game of the Mets-Braves.
Oh, my gosh, that thing was back and forth like crazy.
That was crazy. There was a doubleheader. If one team won them both, the other team went home. If they split, they both got in the playoffs, and that's exactly what happened. They split, but that first game, the Mets were winning, and the Braves had a home run in the bottom of the 8th to take the lead. The Mets had a home run in the top of the 9th to take the lead, back and forth and back and forth. I was traveling around the state yesterday doing something else, and the guy that I was in the car with said, you know, I know you're a Yankee fan. How do you feel about the Mets? And I said, honestly, I just don't really follow minor league baseball that often.
Wow.
I know, I'm sorry.
Cheap shot.
Oh, yeah, really low. I know. I've used it for years.
But you know what? That's the love-hate relationship between those.
But, you know, the fact of the matter is I'm very happy for Met fans who have made the playoffs. Until and if they play the Yankees, I'm not concerned, and I wish them well. I've never really had anything against them being a Yankee fan. I'm not one of those you can only have one team and not like anybody else kind of people. Let's send this up to Roger Houston for the introduction of the horses for the 7th.
Horse, $6,270. Number 1, Sparkling Sea, the driver Nick Clegg. Number 2, Lost in the Night with David Young II. Number 3, Midnight Western with Drew Neal. Number 4, Norris Magic Dragon, Elliot Deaton. 5 and 6 are scratched. The 7, Midwind Seashell, Jason Thompson in the sulky. Horse will take.
Two-year-old filly Pacers from the rail out. Number 1 is Sparkling Sea, Nick Clegg for the Clegg barn. This is a down by the Seaside filly out of the well-said mare Don't Speak. She was a $13,000 purchase at the Ohio Select Sale. Had 12 starts so far this year, a win, a second, 2 third-place finishes, earnings of $4,751. Had a second-place finish at the fair at Dover last week, third at Ashland before that, a break in Worcester, and fourth at Upper Sandusky. So from the rail with Nick against his field, probably hoping to get into the top 3.
The number 2 is Lost in the Night. David Young II drives for Steve Carter. This horse has hit the board in 13 of 17 with 7 wins this year, earnings of over $26,000. This is a Lost in Time out of the Art Major mare Alanote Hanover. Brett Hopper owns, and along with Kyle Gray, they are also the breeders. Last time out, finished 5th, was a winner 4-back at McConnellsville.
Number 3 is Midnight Western, Drew Neal in the bike for trainer David Warnstaff, who owns out of Ashley, Ohio. This 2-year-old filly is out of Western Vintage by the Feelin' Frisky mare Midnight in Autumn. 9 starts this year, 2 wins, 4 seconds, 2 thirds, earnings of $15,600 and a mark of 202 in Marysville. Had a 6 scratch last week at Dover. The second place finish the week before that at Ashland.
The number 4 is Nora's Magic Dragon. Elliot Deaton will look for another win. He drives for Virgil Morgan Jr. This is a pet rock out of the Dragon Again mare, Pink Dragon. Michael Denny of Gallipolis is the owner. Gerald Denny is the breeder. Has hit the board in 6 of 7, 6 straight. Has won the last 2, including at Worcester back on September 11th.
The 5 of the 6 are scratched. Number 7 is Midwind Seashell. Jason Thompson gets the drive for the Clegs. This is a down by the seaside filly out of the Major and Art mare K.O. Justice. She's had 23 starts so far this year, 2 wins, a second, 5 third-place finishes, earnings of just under $15,000 this year. Last few starts was at Dover, the 5th-place finish on the rail. At Ashland, a 3rd-place finish. Worcester, a 3rd-place finish. Just seems to kind of float along there. Not a lot of movement, either forward or backwards. Kind of just sat on the rail, it looks like, in most of those races, just trying to get a check. And those are your 2-year-old fillies who are, I don't know what they're doing back there. Let's see, where's the car? There's the car. Oh, we got somebody off a horse over here. Something going on.
I think they were doing an equipment.
A little adjustment over
yeah,
there.
They were fixing some equipment on one.
Yep.
I think it's
That's
Jason Thompson's.
Yeah, that's the 7, Midwind Seashell. They got her back, and they are turned and headed in the right direction. I think that was Mark St. Louis that came out of the barn and helped them fix whatever that was going on there.
That's one of those things, horsemen helping horsemen,
Yep.
Try to get it taken care of as quickly as possible, and we are ready to roll. The starting gate, as you see, starting to roll.
Second division, 2-year-old Philly Pacers, $6,270 purse. And there are scratched down to 5. And they're probably going to go in 203 or 204 this afternoon. Let's send it up to Roger Houston for the call this afternoon, 7th.
Approaching the starting gate. 2-year-old Philly Pacers in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Midnight Western goes for the lead. Sparkling Sea on the inside as they race into the turn. Lost in the Night gets away 3rd, racing 4th. Nora's Magic Dragon trailing the field. Midwind Seashell on to the backside. Off stride, Sparkling Sea. Up on the outside, Midnight Western now takes the lead. Racing 2nd, Lost in the Night. Racing 3rd, Nora's Magic Dragon. 4th is Midwind Seashell. Trailing the field off stride, Sparkling Sea as they race over the quarter in 31-4. As they race into the turn, go on to the 3/8 mark. On top of the field and showing the way, it is Drew Neal with Midnight Western. Right there, 2nd, Lost in the Night. Pacing 3rd, into the lane first time, coming to the half, Nora's Magic Dragon. Midwind Seashell 4th, and treading the field, Sparkling Sea as they race over to the halfway point. They're halfway home in 102 3/5. Into the turn they go. Midnight Western shows the way. On the move on the outside, Nora's Magic Dragon. Now 2nd and going right on after the leader. Racing 3rd, Lost in the Night. Racing fourth, Midwind Seashell, and trading the field, Sparkling Sea. Down the backside, going to the three-quarter mark. A new leader, and it's Nora's Magic Dragon and Elliott Deaton, now by 2 1/4 at the 3/4 in 1:32 4. Into the final turn. On top, Nora's Magic Dragon, now by 3 1/2. Midnight Western is there second, racing third. That is Lost in the Night. Racing fourth, Midwind Seashell, less than an 8 to go. On top of the field, it's Nora's Magic Dragon and Elliott Deaton coming home all by themselves. Battles on for second and third. Nora's Magic Dragon home second. Lost in the Night, Midnight Western third.
No question about the winner. The 1 to 5 bettor's choice, Nora's Magic Dragon. Elliott Deaton for Virgil Morgan, owned by Michael Denny of Gallipolis. That's what I thought.
Yep.
I've heard it both ways, but I thought so. And that is Nora's 4th win in 8 starts. And now 7 out of 8 in the money, and earnings will now jump up to a very nice $14,000. Michael Denny, the owner, is also the breeder of this Pet Rock filly. And that was a pretty impressive performance. Just got out there and made a great move, got to the front and held off all challengers pretty simply. Very close for second between Lost in the Night and Midnight Western, the 2 and the 3.
There's your winner making its way back to the winner's circle.
Nice steer by Elliott.
Elliott picks up another win today.
A nice little crowd in the grandstand for a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, not too bad.
No, and a lot going on at the fair behind us. Lots of amusements, as it were. Here comes Nora.
You're sticking around afterwards going on a few rides, right?
Nah, probably not.
Your winner of the hometown Pace, blanket by Valley Paint and Quarter Horse. Number 4, Nora's Magic Dragon. Michael Danny of Gallipolis, Ohio. Virgil Morgan Jr., the winning trainer. Elliott Deaton with his 3rd winning drive, number 21 at the fairs this season. 2-year-old filly Pet Rock at a Pink Dragon. Home winner in 2:03 2/5. Results are official. Number 1, Sparkling Sea, 5. The 2, Lost in the Night, 2. The 3, Midnight Western, 3. The 4, Nora's Magic Dragon, the winner. 5 and 6 were scratched. The 7, Midwind Seashell, 4. Top down, 5, 2, 3. 1 scratch, 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 31 4. The half, 102 3. 3/4, 132 4. The mile, 2:03 2/5.
They came home in 1:01 1. Pretty impressive performance by Nora's Magic Dragon. Again, she is a Pet Rock filly and picked up a check for $3,135 as the winner of the 7th race. When we come back after a short break in the 8th, we have the 2nd division of the 3-year-old filly trot. And we will go down the lineup with you after these messages. You're watching Harness Racing Live, brought to you by the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. We'll be right back.
The first Coshocton County Fair was held in October of 1851. Located in the east central part of the state, farmers had to adapt their techniques to the hills and valleys of the area. A local agricultural society was formed to revive and permanently establish agriculture as a primary industry. The early fairs were held in the town square, while livestock hitched in a nearby field and horses raced on Louisville Street. Harness racing continued to be a highlighted event for many years. As the fair grew in popularity, a permanent racetrack would be put into place. A fire destroyed the grandstand less than 3 months before the 1954 Coshocton County Fair. Many had lost hope of holding races that year, but in only a few weeks' time, a new grandstand was erected, and the races went on. Perseverance was a theme for Coshocton. In 1979, heavy rain canceled many events, but after countless hours of track conditioning, 19 heats would go to the starting gate. Today, the Coshocton County Fair is a member of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. They host 2 afternoons of live-action harness racing.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Welcome back to the Coshocton County Fair in Coshocton, Ohio. We are in central Ohio, the eastern part, east central part of the state. That's where Coshocton County is. So make your way over that way, and you get to Coshocton. So today, Michael, I get here to the track. I'm getting set up, and I see Charlie Myrick, who's got a horse in the next race, Punctual Pam, walking over this way carrying a box with his wife Mary. Now, Charlie's a big Miami Dolphin fan.
Right.
So I'm a big Bills fan,
right.
And the rivalry is just, that's my most hated team growing up because they beat the Bills 20 straight in the 70s when I was a young kid growing up, and so I
get it. I totally get it.
Hate the Dolphins.
Yep, I totally get it.
So Charlie and I usually bet a order of chicken wings against a fish sandwich. So the one year, the Dolphins won a game, so I gave them chicken wings on our broadcast from the at date night. Somebody go up and get wings, and I brought them down and gave them Charlie on the air. And then when I've been in Canton where he trains, he's taken me out to get a fish sandwich. So he's coming over with a box. So I think he's got carrying over the fish sandwich from, earlier this season when the Bills, win the game. So,
right.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
No.
So I open up the box, and in it is a blanket, a comforter kind of thing that Charlie's mom, Kathy, knitted for me. So, and it's in Buffalo Bills colors and everything. So,
oh my gosh.
So right there, so in Buffalo Bills colors.
Would you look at that.
Charlie's mom, Kathy, knitted that
cool
for me.
is that?
So I wanted to thank Kathy on the air for that. Dave Myrick, Charlie's dad, longtime trainer in the Buckeye State, now lives down in Florida. Always watching and is watching today. So, Dave, if Kathy's not in the room or in the house, make sure you tell her thank you from me for for the gift.
Super cool.
Now, if you could just convince your son to pay up on his bet, the Welcher, I'm still hungry. I need my
this doesn't count, right? This is just a perk. This isn't the bet payoff.
I need my fish sandwich.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
No, but
that's really sweet.
Charlie on the OHHA board of directors, one of the nice guys in the business, and just he and his wife Mary, a former school teacher, so we both have that in common, married teachers who have since retired. It takes a special man to be married to a teacher. I'm telling you that. So they work so hard, and for not much respect anymore, the way parents are. And all I know is if my teacher called home when I was in school, I was dreading it because
you bet it was never
Mom
good.
And Dad were going to get me.
Right.
Nowadays just not like that. So
no.
But we are getting ready for our 8th race, and there is the man I'm talking about right there, Charlie Myrick with the number 2. Hopefully they can get him in order for the post parade, you never want a teacher's husband to not be able to count in order 1, 2, 3.
No.
Oh,
No, he needs to be.
I think they were waiting for one more to come out
Yeah,
onto
here
the
he
track.
comes, Jason on the 5. There he is. We'll circle around and realign and be ready to go here in a minute.
8th race here today. I want to thank all those people who have been tuned in watching us today. Not only are we on our Facebook, also our YouTube channel, which we now hope to have all the races on both platforms so you can watch where you want. So let's go up to Roger.
It's Dream Girl with Ammon Hirschberger. Number 2, Punctual Pam, the driver Charlie Myrick. Number 3, Miss Enterprise with Drew Neal. Number 4, Miss Clementine, Brady Clemens. The 5, Quick and Easy, Jason Thompson. The 6, Fool Me Moxie with Elliot Deaton. And number 7, Count on Betty, Darren Harvey in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. The barn area, get them ready for
8th race, 3-year-old filly trotters from the rail out. Number 1, Eli's Dream Girl. Amon Hirschberger in the bike for Levi, who owns out of North Lawrence, Ohio. This is a Global Republic S filly out of the Jailhouse Jessie mare. I like Jessie. 18 starts this year, blessed with 8 wins and a 3rd place finish, $36,000 in earnings and a mark of 157. Had the 8-hole at Northfield racing for $11,000 in a sloppy track last week and didn't fare very well. But before that, had a nice win at Dover as a favorite, and again has had 8 out of 18 wins so far this year.
The number 2 is Punctual Pam. Charlie Myrick drives, trains for Second Chance Stable out of Ravenna, Ohio. This is a long time out of the Andover Hall mare, Fat Hanover. Has hit the board in 3 straight finishes, all 3rd place finishes. Still looking for that first win of the year. Earnings over $9,000. Lifetime 2 wins in 36 starts.
Number 3, MS Enterprise. This is a Rosie Weaver trained and driven horse owned by Sharon Silicott from Orient, Ohio. This is an Enterprise filly out of the Muscle Hill mare, San Laurent Blue. 12 starts this year. Rosie is still trying to get to the winner's circle with this one.
The number 4 is Miss Clementine. Brady Clemens drives for Eric Nesselrode. This is a long time out of the Lou's Legacy mare, BV's Legacy. Casey Clemens is the owner and the breeder. Has hit the board in 5 of the last 6. 5 wins in 14 starts this year. Lifetime 11 wins in 24. Was a winner 3 back at McConnellsville.
Number 5 is Quick and Easy. Jason Thompson in the bike for trainer Scott Cox. Scott also is the leasee on this horse. This is a Volstead filly out of the Royal Strength mare, Easy Strength. 21 starts this year, 4 wins, 4 seconds, 4 thirds, $30,000 in earnings, and a mark of a 201-1 in a qualifier at Northfield.
Elliot Deaton looks for his 4th win of the day. Driving Fool Me Moxie. Isaiah Shrake is the trainer, also owns along with Terry Shrake. They are the breeders. A 3-year-old filly by a long time out of the Deep Chip mare, Fool Me Gypsy. 14 starts this year, has not got a win yet, but 4 seconds and a third. Last year, 5 wins in 14 starts. Was second in a qualifier at Northfield last week. 2 back at Ashland, finished second.
And number 7 is Count on Betty. Frank, you got a driver for me here?
I believe it's Darren Harvey.
Darren Harvey in the bike for Mike Metters, owned by Sherry and Dana Eldon's a Blacklick. And Sultemeisters from Pataskala, a full count filly. Let's take it up to Roger for the call this afternoon's 8.
The stretch and here they come. They're off and trotting. Eli's Dream Girl goes right out to trail the lead. Up on the outside, it's Miss Enterprise second. Getting away third on the inside, Punctual Pam as the race to the backside. On the outside, Quick and Easy is there fourth. Racing fifth, Miss Clementine. Sixth on the inside, Count on Betty, and trailing the field, Fool Me Moxie. Straight alignment down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. Eli's Dream Girl takes them over to the quarter in 31-2. Into the turn they go. Miss Enterprise is there second, gapping out as they race around the turn. Quick and Easy racing fourth, racing fifth. That is Miss Clementine. Sixth is Count on Betty, and trailing the field, Fool Me Moxie. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Hammond Hirschberger and Eli's Dream Girl has the lead by a length and a half. Halfway home in 1:01. Into the turn they go. Miss Enterprise is there second, racing third. As they race around the turn, it's Punctual Pam racing fourth. Quick and Easy as they race to the backside and the 5/8 mark. Tipping to the outside, Quick and Easy, and Jason Thompson going to be first up. Unless he can flush out some cover. Down the backside to the 3/4. They got to catch Eli's Dream Girl, who's opened up now by 2.5 at the 3/4 in 1:32-1. Into that final turn. Miss Enterprise is there second. The battle's on for third around that final turn. Eli's Dream Girl with the lead, racing second. In between horses is Miss Enterprise. 3 wide off the turn. Here comes Brady Clemens and Miss Clementine. Into the strats they come. Eli's Dream Girl with the lead. Miss Clementine second. Eli's Dream Girl, Miss Clementine. Count on Betty. Quick and Easy.
147-5326. 867-5309.
Phone number with area code.
That was Ellie's Dream Girl for the Hirschbergers, who pretty much had it her way. And that's 10 wins and 19 starts so far this year. Wire-to-wire victory. Amon with some great rating there. Pulled away, really raced really solid. Looked like Miss Clementine with Brady Clemens got up for second, and Count on Betty with Darren Harvey for third. A little bit of action when they got to the half. Miss Clementine tried to make a little move to the outside. It was interesting. Quick and Easy was in front of her, and I think kind of held Miss Clementine back a little bit. Brady was looking for some live cover and didn't get any, and then the next chance was with Charlie Merrick and Punctual Pam, who pulled to the outside, but really had nothing. I mean, she pulled and then ended up going backwards, and whoever was third and fourth on the rail just slid up into the place where the 2 was. So again, Ellie's Dream Girl with her 9th win of the season, 19 starts for the Hirschbergers. Second, number 4. Miss Clementine with Brady Clemens, and third, Count on Betty, Darren Harvey and Mike Metters. A fairly convincing win.
Here comes your winner.
Almost feels a little bit like fall today.
You know, Michael, that breeze picked up, and I was starting to think the same thing.
Yeah, it actually just feels a little fall-like today.
A Cold Stake 3-year-old filly trot. Trophy by Home Loan Savings Bank to number 1, Eli's Dream Girl. Owned by Levi Hirschberger of North Lawrence, Ohio. Levi Hirschberger, the trainer. Ammon Hirschberger in the sulky, his 16th winning drive this season at the fairs. The 3-year-old filly by Global Republic S out of I Like Jesse. Home winner in 2:02, 1/5. Results are official. Number 1, Eli's Dream Girl, the winner. The 2, Punctual Pam, 6. The 3, Miss Enterprise, 5. The 4, Miss Clementine, 2. The 5, Quick and Easy, 4. The 6, Fool Me Moxie, 7. The 7, Count on Betty, 3. Top down, 165, 247, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 31-2. The half, 101. 3/4 132.2. The mile 2:02 1/5.
Another 29 and 4 final quarter. Pretty good. We're 2/3 of the way through the program. 8 down, 4 to go when we come back for the 9th. It is the second of 3 divisions on our 3-year-old filly pace. We've got a scratch, but we've got some good horses in here. We'll go over them with you shortly. And once again, thanks to everybody that is watching us from all over this afternoon. We'll be back shortly, folks. Thank you.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
For those that weren't with us at the start of today's broadcast, when Frank got here, which was well before when I got here, but the track was really quite a mess with a lot of standing water in the first and a little bit into the second lane, I guess we would call it, on the track. And they have done an absolutely superb job in getting this thing ready. We had a 1-hour delay, and since then, no issues whatsoever. Good racing, expected times, no challenges on the track. Everything's been good since we started. We're back tomorrow here at 11 in the morning with the boys. It's Colton Gelding Day. 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, pacers, and trotters. I think we have 11 races tomorrow versus 12 that we have today. Does that sound right?
That is correct.
That is correct. So we'll have those 11 for you starting at 11. One scratch coming up here in the upcoming 9th. We'll wait for Roger's introductions and go through those with you. Coshocton is 9. I'm going to see who else has been checking in from wherever you are this afternoon. Thank you again. JD, hello UK. Welcome aboard. Always nice to have you, sir. Thank you. Watching from Findlay. Mary Hawk from Newark. Hawk family. Getting a lot of comments on the some of the purchases down at the yearling sale.
It'll be interesting to go in tonight and just see what some of the prices were that went today.
Yeah, very much so. I have that. Let me see if I can see that. Sales summary, sires. Sire averages. That's interesting. These are sire averages for sales so far today. I can't really go for it because bar hopping is at the top, is the number one, but it's only sold one horse, but it sold for $400,000,
Wow.
so that put him in the lead. Bar hopping, Ready for Money, Walner, Chapter 7, Tactical Landing, all the regular criminals. Tall Dark Strangers in there, Poppy Rob Hanover, Perfect Sting, of course. A lot of activity on Perfect Sting. And that represents yesterday and today. Walner really dominating the trot side of everything. But, man, if you're just scrolling down here looking at the prices now, it's very, very difficult to find anything that's less than $100,000 anymore at that sale.
Yep.
Which is what makes the sales that we do here in Ohio so very, very appealing. And as we all know from following these horses through the fairs the last couple of years, you can buy a horse for $10,000 and you can make $150,000.
And you can buy one for $495 and it might never get to the track.
That's exactly right. That's absolutely right. Yep. Absolutely right. It is some gamble, this game.
Yes, it is, but it is a fun game to play.
Oh, that it is. Roger's trying to get them all lined up the way that they should be.
The Stromboli looks good down here. The fries look good. Gonna have to grab something for the drive home.
I'm
not sure
definitely
what.
good, but yeah, that pretzel's not going to hold me over. I was thinking about it this morning. I was up at 5:15 this morning, had a bowl of cereal and nothing since then, so I needed to get something inside of me. So loaded up with cinnamon and sugar, the last two things I needed, but boy, it was a good pretzel.
There you go. Let's go to Rogers.
Trophy by Norman Farms. Number 1, Song of the Queen, the driver Elliot Deaton. Number 2, Heartstrings with Charles Bolin. Number 3, She's a Gold Digger with Michael Durrance. The 4 is scratched. The 5, Q Dancer, Drew Neal. Number 6, Lady Bridgerton with Hank Levan. And number 7, Meadowland Bella, Emmanuel Miller in the sulky. Michael Durrance on the 3.
Hank Levan the 6. Emmanuel Miller the 7. That's the 4. Kenny Ross.
Let's take a look at our entries here. 3-year-old filly, second division, 1 mile pace with a purse of $4,134. Number 1, Song of the Queen, Elliot Deaton, out of the Isaiah Shrake barn, owned by Philip Backloff, North Royalton. This is a bit of a legend filly out of the Yankee Cruiser mare Surf Song. 18 starts this year, a win, a second, 4 thirds, and a mark of 59 and a piece at Northfield. Third and third the last 2 starts, 6th and 3rd before that, and 4th and 4th before that. Not too consistently on the drivers here. Elliott did have him the last start out. Let's see what we can do with him back to back.
The number 2 is Heartstrings. Charles Bolin drives for Mark Winters. This is a down by the seaside out of the Western Hanover mare. Odds on Lasso My Heart. Steve McCoy of Columbus is the owner. 14 starts, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Did not race as a 2-year-old. Last time out was 5th at Dover.
Number 3, She's a Gold Digger. Michael Durrance is the trainer. You have the driver change for me there, I think.
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
I think it might even be Michael Durrance driving.
Okay.
I remember them saying something about that.
And I think I saw a D on the sleeve,
I
actually.
think that's who it is. And
yep. Okay. Michael Durrance probably in the bike. She's a lather-up filly out of the well-said mare, Dobry Provedon. 15 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third, 13,000 in earnings, and a mark of 58 in a piece at Scioto Downs. Number 5 is Q Dancer. Drew Neal on the bike for Melvin Byler. Sean Butler and Eric Butler are the owners. 20 starts this year. This horse has been in the money 18 out of 20 times with 6 wins, 8 seconds and 4 thirds, 35,000 in earnings. and 201 in Old Washington. A Dancing Yankee out of the Dragon Again mare, Alcula Hanover. Number 6, Lady Bridgerton. Hank Levan in the bike for Brian Georges. This is a bit of a legend filly out of the McCardle mare Rose Run Vanity. Owners are Walker, Kelly, Jameson, and Carey. 18 starts this year, 8 wins, 6 seconds. That's 14 out of 18. $50,247 in earnings and a mark of 152 and 4 at Mount Vernon. Hence the 2-5 current line on the board. And number 7 is Meadowland Bella. This is a Mike Metters trained horse. Mark St. Louis. The bike, well said. Tina Sudermeister and Tamara Hoovler from Pataskala. Those guys are the owners. 14 starts this year, 6 wins, 1 second, 22,000 in earnings, and a mark of 56. This is the 9th race, 3-year-old filly pace. Let's go to Roger for the call.
They're off and pacing. That's Heartstrings off stride at the start. Going right out to grab the lead. That's a Q Dancer. Grabs a racetrack. On the outside, Lady Bridgerton now second on the outside. Racing third as they race around the turn. Go on to the backside. It's Meadowland Bella. Racing fourth. Song of the Queen. Down the backside they go. She's a Gold Digger's Air fifth and trailing the field following the break. It's Heartstrings, opening quarter in 30 3/5. Into the turn they go. It's Lady Bridgerton on top of the field for Hank Levan by a length and 3/4. Racing right there second is Q Dancer. Pacing third, that is Meadowland Bella as they race into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point, trying to close the gap. Song of the Queen with Elliott Deaton closing the gap fourth. Racing fifth, She's a Gold Digger. At the halfway point, halfway home in 1 minute, 3/5. Into the turn they go. Trailing the field on the outside, Heartstrings. We got 3 in, 3 out, going to the 5/8 mark. It's Lady Bridgerton with the lead. On the outside, Meadowland Bella challenging second, now 6 ahead in front. Racing third, Q Dancer. Down the backside they go. Fourth is Song of the Queen. They battle head to head, nose to nose, stride for stride, 3/4 in 1:31. Midway around the final turn, it's Lady Bridgerton back on top by a half a length. On the outside, Meadowland Bella is there second. Q Dancer third. Coming to the outside fourth is Song of the Queen. Less than an 8 to go in Ohio. On top, it's Lady Bridgerton and Hank Levan drawing away. Meadowland Bella on the inside. Coming on the outside, it's Q Dancer. Lady Bridgerton. Photo for place. Song of the Queen was fourth.
Hank Levan and Lady Bridgerton to the line first. Close for second between Meadowland Bella and Q Dancer. Hank well in control there with that one. The most impressive thing for me at the beginning of that race was how Mark St. Louis got that 7 horse who was second tier on the rail so quickly into position, second or third, just zigzagging a little bit as the 2 had some troubles going straight as they got into the first curve. So 6, 7, 5, I believe, 1, 2, 3. Definitely Lady Bridgerton. That's going to be her 9th win of the year and 19 starts. That's 15 out of 19 in the money, 50,000 in earnings, and again we mentioned that mark of 152 and 4. And Bridgerton went off as the big favorite at 1-2 in that race. Congratulations to Brian Georges and the owners who are spread out all over the state of Ohio. And got his way back around.
He picks up the catch drive, gets the win.
Yeah. Hank has, I'll say this, Hank's gotten better as a driver. He's always good, but I see a lot more patience in his drives, a higher level of confidence in his drives, and I think we're seeing the results of it, whether it's, a catch drive like this one, where I'm sure he's given some guidance by Brian Georges in terms of how he'd like the horse to race, but also, of course, with his own very large stable of horses that he manages here in Central Ohio.
Walker, T. Kelly, S. Jameson, C. Carey, Brian Georges, the winning trainer. Hank Levan gets win number 58 this season at the county fairs. 3-year-old filly, but a bit of a legend in out of Rose Run Vanity. Home a winner in 1:59 4/5. Can't say enough about the track crew here at Coshocton. They did a great job going a mile here this afternoon with the off track. 1:59 4, Lady Bridgerton. And that's another winner from Midland Acres, the home a bit of a legend in. Results are official. Number 1, Song of the Queen, 4. The 2, Heartstrings, 5. The 3, She's a Gold Digger, 6. The 4 is scratched. The 5, Q Dancer, 3. The 6, Lady Bridgerton, the winner. Number 7, Meadowland Bella, 2. Top down, 4, 5, 6. Scratch 3, 1, 2 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 3. The half, 1 minute, 3. 3 quarters, 1:31. The mile, 1:59 4/5.
When we come back for the 10th, it'll be the third and final division of the 2-year-old filly trots. 9 out of 15, 13 out of 16, 8 out of 11, 12 out of 22, and 9 out of 12. Some pretty nice fillies going on here at a Long Tom's and Flex the Muscles and Full Counts and Enterprise. We're going to have a commercial break, and when we come back, we will introduce you to our horses for the 10th race. We'll be right back.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, race horses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries are now open.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. Midland Acres, doing our best to bring you the best.
Welcome back to the Coshocton County Fair in Coshocton, Ohio, as we get set for our 10th race of 12 today. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. for an 11 race card. This is the third division of 3 for 2-year-old fillies. Trotters.
The trotters.
Yeah, that wind has started to pick up just a little bit. That'll help drive the track out a little bit more,
true.
but it's bringing a nice cool breeze here. So as you said, a
fall is in the air.
Fall. It's one of those that I'll tell you, another 2-3 weeks here. You take a look. Those trees in the back are going to turn into such beautiful colors. It would just be great to be here, on a beautiful fall day. With all the trees changing. You can see some of the trees down to our left of our grandstand have started to change colors a little bit. A little yellow in there, but we'll see what it looks like.
I'm afraid it may be an abbreviated color season for us.
I know.
The dryness. But I will tell you, I am, without having been here last week or before the rain that we've had for the last 4 days, I'm very confident that all that green that we see out there now in front of us was not as green as it is right now.
All I know is it didn't take long for my lawn to,
come back to
all
life.
Of a sudden, it's green again. It's growing all of a sudden. It just rained, 3-4 days ago, and
right.
So it just means one thing. I got to cut it tomorrow.
You got to cut right.
Exactly. It's been so dry because I wasn't going to stress it out anymore.
No reason. No reason.
My neighbor's grass looks great. He's got a sprinkler system, So I look at his and I'm just like, oh, doesn't that look nice? But I'm like, whatever. So.
Hey, so what do we got after this fair? I know we've got Lancaster in a couple of weeks.
Tomorrow we've got here at 11. Then Saturday night we've got coverage of the Buckeye Stallion Series finals from Dayton.
Okay.
And then on Sunday we've got the Montgomery County Fair races. That the fair is over, but they race the races at Dayton once they open up.
Oh.
And so we'll have races there. Little unusual. Post time is 1 o'clock for 14 races. If they have any more than 14, they'll race 15, 16, 17, or whatever, starting at 11 o'clock.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so it's a little confusing. So make sure you check as to how many races to see what time our coverage will begin with that. But we will have that, and then it's next week we are at Lancaster for the Fairfield County Fair. That'll wrap up our fair coverage from fairs. Then that Saturday night, we are up in Cleveland for the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Scarlet Championships.
We cover that,
yep,
huh?
We'll be there for that.
Great.
And then the following week, we're back at Northfield again for the Fair Championships.
Perfect.
So looking forward to a lot of racing still to come here in the state.
Yeah, absolutely. The 2-year-old fillies for the 3rd division are getting ready to line up.
Yeah, the Scarlet and Gray Championships for Super Night. They will have the Scarlet Championships will be on the 12th, and then on Sunday it'll be the Gray Championships. So if there is a Gray Championship, if they fill the they're $300,000 for the Scarlet. If they cannot have a Gray Championship, then the Scarlet will go for $400,000.
Oh, so, wow, that's great.
So let's go up to Roger.
3rd division for trophy by James Plumbing. Number 1, Wild Child Annie with Drew Neal. Number 2, Annie L., the driver Hank Levan. Number 3, From Beyond, Lanny Merriman. Number 4, Super Alexandra with Darren Harvey. And number 5, Country Behave, Nick Clegg in the sulky. Number 6 is Scratched.
So there you go. There's the field for the 10th.
Let's take a look from the rail out, starting with number 1, Wild Child Annie. Drew Neal is in the bike for Rosie Weaver. This filly is out of Long Tom by the Lucky Chucky mare Teacher's Pat. Heartland Acres from Walhandling, Ohio, and Rosie share ownership. 15 starts this year, 7 out of 15 in the winning column, 2 second-place finishes, $29,700 in earnings, and a mark of 205 at Croton. An impressive wire-to-wire victory last week in Dover. Had a 9-hole from the rail coming out in Delaware the week before, the Buckeye Stallion Series for $20,000. Got parked out a middle half in about a minute and really didn't have anywhere to go with it. But Wild Child Annie should be tough here.
The number 2 is Annie L. Hank Levan drives, trains, and the Levan stable, along with Megan Levan and Heidi Ratliff, are the owners of Annie L. This is a long time out of the Prego Nalima mare Pandora Oz. 16 starts, 2 wins, 8 seconds, 3/3, earnings of $32,000. Last time out in the Buckeye Stallion Series, finished 4th, was 2nd in the BSS 3-back, was a winner at Lima in 2:06.2, has a mark of 2:05 at Wapakoneta.
Number 3 is From Beyond, Lanny Merriman in the bike. Lanny trains his horse as well. Ira Steinberg from Arlington Heights, Illinois is the owner. This filly is out of Flex the Muscle, out of the Donbass Vita Mare Athlete Girl. 8 starts this year, no first, second, or third, some braking issues, and apparently some health issues as well.
The number 4 is Super Alexandra. Darren Harvey drives for West Hirschberger. This full count is out of the mare Super Lily by Nellie Dunn. This is a John's Racing stable, and West Hirschberger are the owners. 11 starts, a win, 3 seconds, 4/3, has hit the board in 6 straight, was a winner 2-back at Ashland.
Number 5, Country Behave, out of the Clegg Barn with Nick and the bike. 22 starts, 2 wins, 6 seconds, 4/3, 18,300 plus in earnings. 2:08 at Paulding, the second place finish at Dover most recently, a break at Ashland a week before that, and a third place finish at Worcester on 9/11. Should fit in here pretty good. I mean, these are, the one is really the horse that has stood out in terms of performance, season to date, and the money. But I think it's a pretty wide open race. And the horses are slowly moving their way through the backstretch towards the starting gate. It's actually cool out.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
it's
so really
hot
nice.
For so
I
long.
know. I know. 3 more to go, including this one, the 10th. Again, this is a 2-year-old filly trot, the 3rd and final division of 3. Trophy by local James Plumbing. And the Home Talent Colt Stakes Series continues. Let's send it up to Roger for the call of the 10th. I like the 1, Frank.
Trotters are all in behind the Wilkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Country Behave going for the lead. Super Alexandra in between horses. Down along the bylines, it drew Neal with Wild Child Annie. Only sing 4th. The end of the turn. That's Annie L. treading the field From Beyond. Straight alignment down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. Super Alexandra with Darren Harvey show the way. Right there second is Country Behave and Nick Clegg as they race over to the first quarter mark. As they race into the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. As round the turn they go, racing with the lead as they race over to the 3/8 station. Into the lane first time, coming to the half. Racing second is Country Behave. Racing up on the outside is Wild Child Annie as they race over to the halfway point. They're halfway home in 1:02.4 as they race into the turn. On top of the field, it's Super Alexandra has the lead by a neck. Up on the outside, Wild Child Annie is there second. Country Behave is locked in third. 4th on the outside is Annie L. treading the field From Beyond. Down the backside they go. Super Alexandra with the lead. On the outside second, it's Wild Child Annie as they race over to the 3/4 mark. They reach the 3/4 in 1:34, midway around the final turn. On top of the field and drawn away with every stride, it's Super Alexandria. Now by 6 lengths. Up on the outside, it's Annie L. second. Racing third, Country Behave. The outside, Wild Child Annie. Less than an eighth to go. No doubt about this one. Super Alexandria and Darren Harvey drawing away as they please. Racing second is Annie L. It's Super Alexandra.
Super Alexandra with Darren Harvey.
7 straight now on the board finishes for Super Alexandra.
Got off as 7-2 second favorite and was absolutely the best in this field, with a winner by about 7 or 8 lengths. Never look back. Wire-to-wire victory for Darren, who's having a really nice season of driving as well. Darren has been in the money 104 out of 180 starts so far this year. It's a 370 driver percentage, but he's in the money over 50% of the time, and that, folks, is quite an accomplishment anywhere. So congrats to Darren Harvey, the Hirschbergers, and John's Racing Stable out of Worcester for the win. That horse now won 2 out of 12, but in the money 9 out of 12, and earnings now of approximately $11,500. So congrats to the Hirschbergers and Darren Harvey on that win.
Darren wasting no time to get back around to the winner's circle.
Oh, he is back already. Look at that.
Figure if the connections are here, I'm getting back.
Were you talking to him over here before, looking at the conditions, right?
Yeah, we were talking about a number of things. In fact, that's what I was going to bring up. These drivers and trainers and owners. Let's go up to Roger first.
Alexandra, home of John's Racing Stable, and Wes Hirschberger. Wes Hirschberger, the winning trainer. Darren Harvey in the sulky, his 28th winning drive this season at the fairs. 2-year-old filly of a full count of Super Lily. Home a winner in 2:04 3/5, a lifetime mark for Super Alexandra. Results are official. Number 1, Wild Child Annie, 3. The 2, Annie L, 2. The 3, From Beyond, 5. The 4, Super Alexandra, the winner. Number 5, Country Behave, 4. Bottom horse was scratched. Top down, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4. Bottom horse was scratched. The quarter, 31-2. The half, 102.4. 3/4, 134. The mile, 2:04 3/5.
We were talking about the Ohio Fair Championships. Those will be raced October 19th at MGM Northfield Park. $50,000 per division.
Wow.
The only other days to try to get points to get solidified into that are tomorrow and at Dayton. Those are the only two. The races at Lancaster will not count towards fair championship points. It's only through races through October 8th. So the points accumulated by racing at any Ohio Fair stakes funded by the Ohio Fair Funds through October 8th, 2024. So that is the last dates that you can pick up fair points if you're hoping to get your horse into that fair championship.
Right, which is like next Tuesday.
It's right after the right after the
Dayton thing.
Dayton races. Yep.
Were you going to talk about what you guys were talking about down there?
That's what we were talking about.
That's
what we were talking about. Yeah. Well, we were talking about the track.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. So when they're making, when the fair and the track and everybody is making a decision about whether to race or not, is there who gets the final? Is it the judges, or is it always like a group thing?
It's pretty much a group thing usually, yeah.
Because I was watching a lot of different people putting their feet in different places. They're checking depth.
You had the starter talking about, how fast he could go, the fact that he was slipping a little bit. The drivers were talking about their horses and the safety of the horses. You had the fair speed committee. They were out there checking, what it was like. So there were a lot of input going from a lot of different people. And, it was, they even said, well, can we scrape the track? And everybody was like, sure. if that's going to work. And they said, yeah, we'll do that. So they brought out the big grader.
It totally worked.
And the minute they did that, you could tell the difference. Everybody was like happy, and they were like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, no, that was the thing that fixed it all. These guys that were back over here over my shoulder, when he first came out on that on that one, he was on this side. It was on the outside part of it, and he was started really, really slow. And I'm like, oh, my God, we're not going to start racing until 3 o'clock. Well, then he put it in gear. Well, and not only did he put it in gear, he got to one end fast. He came back in reverse as fast as he was going forward.
And
he did a great job.
Because he was scraping so much off, it was getting heavy, so he had to slow down a little bit.
To move it. Yeah,
but
absolutely.
did a good job.
Absolutely. Okay, the 10th is in the books. When we come back, we've got the Daily Double. 2 more races left on this afternoon's card. The next one is the 3-year-old filly third and final division of the Pacers. We'll take a short break, watch these messages from our great sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 Jug winner Southwind Ozzy, the son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm wants to thank all the bidders and buyers that supported the Ohio Selected Jug Sale.
Hi, I'm Jenna, and this year I'm teamed up with Yannick Gingras, Tony Alania, Burke Racing, and Weaver Buscemi as we represent SBH Health System of the Bronx. We need your help securing the win for this year's 2024 Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge as we look to tackle Team Dunn, Team Tetrick, and Team Miller. Scan the QR code on your screens now, scroll down, vote for Team Gingras, help us win this year's charity challenge. Never let my older sister win, and I'm not going to start now.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
We are back. 2 to go as we make our way through this 12-race card. We got 11 on tap for you tomorrow, 11 a.m. So get your breakfast, get your brunch, get your morning coffee, and enjoy some racing with us.
Pretty simple ride out here from Columbus, depending on what part of town you're coming from. Once you get on 16 out on the east side on Broad Street, and just take a straight shot pretty much right to the fairgrounds here in Coshocton. And a nice easy ride through the country. A lot of water in the fields again, like there was. Yeah, there was a ton of water in the fields, but roads are clear and everything is good. That is some pile of mud that we got out there. Every time I look out there over this scary asphalt wall of the infield,
it's a lot of mud.
A ton. And no more warm-up, so it looks like they're getting out here pretty quick. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 6 horses are on the track. Roger's going to get them lined up, and we'll be moving to post shortly. Are you guys making any money over there?
They're not paying attention.
Yeah, they were earlier. It was so funny. Came over for a program reading lesson, and I said, I'm not sure I'm exactly the right guy.
Let's go to Roger.
Driver is David Young, the second. Number 2, Rock and Ray L with Hank Levan. Number 3, Dancing with Devin, Drew Neal. Number 4, No Warning Whatever, Elliot D. Number 5, Wendy Sidney, Alex Hawk. And number 6, Bella Rain, Jason Thompson in the sulky. Drew Neal, the 3, Elliot Deaton, the 4. Don't be shut out. Wager now. Get him ready.
Well, this was the one that Mark St. Louis, if he didn't have to leave, was going to get the drive on.
Oh,
the number
right.
6
on
Bella
Bella.
Rain.
Yeah.
But because of that,
Jason's on the bike.
Jason has the drive. Don't forget your passports. You can drop them off. If you've been collecting horseshoe stickers from us at all the county fairs, you can drop it off to us here today if you're on the grounds, tomorrow if you're going to be here, or you can drop it off at Dayton on Sunday or at Lancaster next week. And your other option is to send it into our office at 2237 Sonora Drive, Grove City, 143123. And get those in by the 31st of October for your chance to win some great prizes. So we hope we'll see those passports start rolling in, and more importantly, make sure you put your name in it.
Yes.
Because if you don't put your name in it,
we don't know who you are. Let's take a look at our entries here for the 11th on the rail out. Number 1 is Frontier Dragon. This is a Steve Carter trained Fear the Dragon filly out of the Real Desire, Mare Carroll's Desire. David Young II is in the bike. The owners are B. Hopper in Nicholsville, Kentucky. The Grays in Xenia, the Sheaves in somewhere CNCNT, Ohio. I'm not sure what that abbreviation is, but good luck to them. 23 starts, 14 out of 23 in the money, 31,700 in earnings, a mark of 59-1 at Piketon. Third place last week, fourth before that, third before that, so pretty close and in the money in most cases.
The number 2 is Rockin' Rael. Hank Levan drives and trains. This is a Fear the Dragon out of the Rock and Roll Hanover mare Rockonomics. Levan Stables, Megan Levan, R. Levan, and A. Hefflinger are the owners. 28 starts this year, has hit the board 18 times with 11 wins. Earnings of just under $46,000. Lifetime 50th start right now. 14 wins, earnings of nearly $71,000. Was a winner 2 back at Montpelier.
Number 3 is Dancing with Devon. Drew Neal is in the bike for Michael DeRuntz, who trains and owns. This is a Dancing Yankee filly out of the Pro Bono Best mare. Nothing's ever free. She's had 14 starts this year and has not finished first, second, or third yet. She had been racing a lot at Northfield for about $9,000, so maybe coming down here to the fairs in a little bit of a lower class might work out for her.
The number 4 is No Warning Whatever. Elliot Deaton drives for Stephen Harris. This is a filly by the Ponderosa out of No Picnic by Badland Hanover. Gene Will of Fredericksburg is the owner and the breeder. 10 starts, a win, a second, and 4 thirds. Was a winner 5 back at Scioto Downs in a fillies and mare non-winners of 1.
Number 5 is Windy Cindy. Alex Hawk on the bike for Melvin Byler, who trains and owns out of Salesville. This is a Do Me That Again filly out of the Always a Virgin mare Cinderella Story with 19 starts, 5 wins, a second, and 5 third-place finishes. Earnings of $23,000 and a mark of 59 at Northfield.
And the number 6 is Bella Rain. Jason Thompson drives for Carrie Merriman. 6 wins and 17 starts. Has hit the board in 5 of the last 6. Was a winner last time out at Delaware.
Up to Roger for the call of this afternoon's 11th race.
Here they come. They're off and pacing, going for the lead. That's Rockin' Ray L. Up on the outside, it's Windy Cindy. Into the turn they go. Getting away third is Frontier Dragon. Fourth, Dancing with Devon. Around the turn, settling in fifth. That is No Warning Whatever, and treading the field, Bella Rain. Straight alignment down the backside, go on to the first quarter mark. It's Rockin' Rael and Hank Levan showing the way as they race over to the quarter in 30 4/5. As they race into the turn, go on to the 3/8, racing second, that's Windy Cindy. Pacing third, it's Frontier Dragon. Fourth and coming up on the outside, Drew Neal moves Dancing with Devon. Racing fifth, No Warning Whatever. Trailing the field, Bella Rain. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway station. The leader is Rockin' Ray L. Up on the outside, Dancing with Devon. Halfway home in a minute 3/5. as they race into the turn. Up second on the inside is Windy Cindy. Up and moving on the outside comes Frontier Dragon now fourth, Bella Rain fifth, and trailing the field, getting further back. No warning whatever. Down the backside, go on to the three-quarter mark. On top of the field, it's Rockin' Ray L by a length and a half. Racing second on the inside, Windy Cindy as they race over to the three-quarter mark in 1:31 and 3. Around the turn, Frontier Dragon and David Young's on the move on the outside third. Up the inside comes Bella Rain fourth. Eighth of a mile to go. It's Rockin' Ray L with the lead into the stretch. Windy Cindy trying to hold on second. Racing on the outside, Frontier Dragon. Through the stretch, it's Rockin' Ray L by 2.5. Make it 3. Windy Cindy second, home third, Frontier Dragon.
Rockin' Ray L. Hank Levan on the bike. Hank's done a great job training this Fear the Dragon filly. That is her 12th win in 29 starts and 19 out of 29 in the money and 154 and 4 at Mount Vernon. But today's win will boost her earnings to over $47,000, and she was an $8,000 purchase at the Ohio Select Sale a couple of years ago. So Rockin' Ray with a nice convincing win. Second was Windy City with Alex Hawk, and Frontier Dragon with David Young came in for third.
Second win of the day for Hank Levan.
And it's official. Well, the horses are wasting no time going home, are they? They're on their trailers and whoosh, right out. The exit for those that are parked in the infield is right in the middle of the first turn here today, and we still have some horses moving around out there. And a few boys coming back over to celebrate the Levan victory, and see Hank's brother and more Levans.
They had two trailers of horses coming over this morning. I was following them for a little bit and then passed them. And then they got here, and a little bit after I did.
A couple of wins.
And here comes Hank Levan back. Let's take it up to Roger.
Into the winner's circle, the winner of the Hometown and Coal Stakes 3-year-old filly Pace, 3rd division, trophy by Norman Farms. Number 2, Rockin' Ray L, owned by Levan Stables. Megan Levan, R. Levan, and A. Hefflinger. Hank Levan trains and drives. His second win of the afternoon. The 3-year-old filly by Fear the Dragon out of Rockonomics. Home a winner in 2 minutes flat. Not another winner from Midland Acres, the home of Fear the Dragon. For Hank Levan, win number 59 this season at the fairs. Results are official. Number 1, Frontier Dragon 3. The 2, Rockin' Ray L, the winner. The 3, Dancing with Devon 6. The 4, No Warning Whatever, 5. The 5, Windy Cindy, 2. The 6, Bella Rain, 4. Top down, 3-1-6, 5-2, 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 and 4. The half, 1 minute, 3/5. 3 quarters, 1:31.3. The mile, 2 minutes flat.
When we come back for the final, our 12th race this afternoon is the second in the signature series of 4-year-olds and up trots, the purse of $1,875. These 5 horses combined have earnings of a little bit over $700,000, including $317,000 for Sue Stockwell's Global Girl. We're going to take our final commercial break. We thank you again for watching with us all afternoon here in the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage of harness racing live from the Coshocton County Fair. One more message break from our sponsors, and we'll be right back for the finale. Thank you.
Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC oil. It makes a world of difference.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular dancing Yankee, a 2-time world champion, along with 2019 Jug winner Southwind Ozzy, the son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm wants to thank all the bidders and buyers that supported the Ohio Selected Jug Sale.
Twelfth race coming up here in a couple of minutes in Coshocton. And I dare say the sky is finally getting a little lighter after 4 days.
If you take a look, see if I can get there, you can see kind of where the clouds like kind of want to break up.
Yeah, they sure look like they are trying. They are trying. Yeah, I hit that little drizzle, foggy, misty thing on the way over here this morning as well. Just enough to make you have to leave the windshield wipers on intermittent. We've got 5 in the finale here. A couple of mares against 3 geldings.
Second division of the Signature Series, the Coshocton County Trotting Derby.
Pretty lively fair going on here behind the grandstand. Oh, what's he doing?
Making a turn.
There we go. Nick going back to get in line. We just need the one horse. Come on, Matthew, where are you? There you are. I see the 1, I see the 3, I see the 5. I see the 2. We are waiting on
for the 12th and final, the Coshocton County Trotting Derby Signature Series. William Albert Incorporated trophy sponsor. The 1, Feisty Sam with Matthew Brown. Number 2, I Like It in the Dark with Alex Hawk. Number 3, Uncle Joe with Shelby Chadle. Number 4, Nothing But a Dreamer, Nick Clegg. And number 5, Global Girl, Don Irvine Jr. in the sulky. Horse will take one.
So there's the field for the second division.
Feisty Sam, it's on the rail. Matthew Brown is the driver. The trainer, Michelle Brown, down the road here on Highway 16 from Newark, Ohio, is the owner. This is a, it's a little dark there. This is a Victory Sam gelding out of the Feisty Gigi mare, Feisty Kind of Love. 21 starts this year, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 4 thirds, $21,000 in earnings, and a mark of 58-4 on a sloppy track in Northfield. Number 2, I Like It in the Dark. Alex Hawk will drive for Russell Early, who trains and owns out of Delaware, Ohio. 24 starts, a win, 3 thirds, 3 seconds, $11,000 in earnings. Also a mark on a sloppy track, 59-4 at Northfield. Number 3 is Uncle Joe. Shelby Cheadle in the bike. Shelby is the trainer and the lacee on this Uncle Peter gelding out of SJ's Photos Mares Liz S. And 14 starts this year, 4 wins, a second and 2 thirds. Number 4, Nothing But a Dreamer from the Clegg Barn with Nick in the bike. And Betty is the trainer. 21 starts this year, 8 out of 21 in the money. Mark of 54-1 at Plain Ridge in Massachusetts. And number 5, Don Irvine Jr. in the bike for Sue Stockwell on Global Girl. She is 8 wins and 15 starts this year, $30,000 in earnings, a mark of 54 at Northfield. She is 29 out of 44 lifetime with earnings of $317,243, and she is a really tough mare.
6 straight wins, won the Signature Series championships at Delaware, 2 back.
Yep.
Sue Stockwell, just the speed superintendent up at the Ashtabula County Fair in Jefferson.
I didn't know that. Had no idea.
Yep.
I just knew she was a darn good trainer.
Just does a great job with her horses too. Does a great job with the Ashtabula County Fair.
Okay, so the 5 of them are on their way to the start. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon for our coverage of these races. We will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Tomorrow is Boys' Day. Today was Girls' Day. A couple of signatures, I believe, on the card as well. Tomorrow, just the one.
That's why we only have 11.
That's why we only have 11, exactly. Let's go to Roger for the call of the final.
They're off and trotting, going for the lead. Nothing But a Dreamer on the inside. Feisty Sam up on the outside. Global Girl as they race around the turn. Going to the backside. Tucking in there at the pylons. It's like in the dark and treading the field. Uncle Joe. Down the backside they go, and they're battling early on. Global Girl on the outside sticks ahead in front, but Nick Clegg is fighting every moment with Nothing But a Dreamer as they race by that opening quarter. Racing into the turn on top of the field. Showing the way, it's Nothing But a Dreamer. Don Irvine Jr. takes a seat with Global Girl. Racing third, Feisty Sam as they race into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Up and moving on the outside, that's I Like It in the Dark. And treading the field, Uncle Joe. Coming to the halfway point, they race a half in 58-1. As they race into the turn on top of the field and showing the way, it's Nothing But a Dreamer by a length and a half. Global Girl is there second. Third on the outside, I Like It in the Dark. As they race around the turn, fourth is Feisty Sam, treading the field, Uncle Joe. Down the backside, going to the three-quarter mark. It's still Nothing But a Dreamer with the lead. Racing second is Global Girl. Routing third, Feisty Sam at the three quarters in 29-2 as they race around the turn. It's Nothing But a Dreamer with the lead. Here comes Global Girl on the outside. Now second and moving up. Racing third, Feisty Sam. Into the stretch they come. Global Girl on the outside. Nothing But a Dreamer on the inside. Nothing But a Dreamer with the lead. Global Girl on the outside. Nothing But a Dreamer. Global Girl, Feisty Sam.
Come on, Roger. We're from Roger. We may be close to a record. Let's see. Track record is 158-2 for trotting. They got down the half of 58-1. So
still no word yet
still
on
no
what
word.
the time is.
No. Still no word. Hey, take care, guys. Nice talking to you. Thanks for coming. Still waiting. Oh. No, we don't have a time yet.
We'll get it here in a minute.
Yeah.
I think I just heard 59 up there. Something in the 59 range.
Okay. Which makes sense. That third quarter looked like it was a little slow.
So the race is now official. So we'll wait to get the official time here from Roger. That'll wrap up our day. Cleggs will pick up a second win.
How many times has Betty walked to the winner's circle this year?
She has made the walk a number of times. Let's go up to Roger.
Unofficial winner of the 12th race, Coshocton County Trotting Derby Signature Series. Trophy by William Albert. Number 4, Nothing But a Dreamer. Owned and trained by Betty Jo Clegg, Northfield, Ohio. Nick Clegg in the sulky. His second win this afternoon, number 55 at the fairs this season. Nothing But a Dreamer. Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg in the 12th. Top down.
Three, 4, 5.
Okay.
1, 2.
Thank you. Results are official. Number 1, Feisty Sam, 3. The 2, I Like It in the Dark, 4. The 3, Uncle Joe, 5. The 4, Nothing But a Dreamer, the winner. Number 5, Global Girl, 2. Top down, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2 on the bottom. The quarter, 28. The half, 58-1. 3 quarters, 129-2. The mile, 159, 2/5.
Oh.
Well, that.
So there you go. So close.
Yeah, it was that 31-1 third quarter.
Third quarter was
it took the record out of play. But a good race and a good performance by Nothing But a Dreamer after an early battle between her and between him and the filly and Global Girl. Hey, thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon. That concludes our coverage of racing from here in Coshocton. As always, we're happy to have you along. Please join us back here tomorrow, where we have post time at 11 a.m. Frank, anything else?
That's about it. That's a wrap.
Okay, guys, have a great evening. Thank you again. We'll see you out here tomorrow. Good night, all.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.